Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
One.
Welcome in.
One.
Welcome back. Hop-o-ba-dee-ba-doo-be-doo-doo.
There's no singing.
Cha-choom.
There's no singing.
What?
Especially not from you. No singing.
Christopher has a beautiful singing voice.
How are y'all doing?
No, just because he was in theater class doesn't mean he can sing.
Jason, it's the theater.
It's the theater.
You have to put your hand up.
He's a theater
The
child.
theater.
He's a theater child.
Yeah.
I am my own instrument. Welcome in, everybody.
You're an instrument of destruction.
One could say that.
I know one who did. Dun dun dun. It's a very dramatic.
It is dramatic. It is on the scene, as the kids say.
That's not
Welcome
what
in,
they- That's not
everybody.
what they say. You don't even know any kids.
I know plenty. Wait a minute.
I don't want to know.
Welcome in, everybody. Chess boxing ogre, sarcastic grandpa Droth, Snow Blinky, Grumpy,
Snow Blinky.
Snow Blinky,
Snow Blinky.
Shablinky, Ghost Hunter, Avian, the amazing.
We're off to a great start here, folks.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Help me.
That's a really cool model.
I mean, it is.
Just say yes.
What army is that from?
Just say yes. Old Umbry.
Oh, yes. Right.
Ye old Umbry.
No, it's just Old Umbry. Chris, it's just Old Umbry. Oh, we've started this way.
We're good.
It's-
Nathan says, love this model. Hey, we love that you love that you're here.
You know, Jason, I take full responsibility. I fed Chris.
That's you. It was either that or I die. So
Hate my life.
you did the right thing. Could you explain old Umbry Jason?
No.
Says Avian.
No.
Oh, sorry, Avian, I tried. We answer some of the questions here.
Nope. I won't.
Valkiv, this is from Old Umbry Warmachine. It is the Lord of the Hunt. The Lord of the Hunt. And it's a giveaway day. It's a giveaway day. Hit this
So, so the wolf has all these, like, spikes.
yeah.
But I think it's a collar.
What do you mean a collar?
Because it just goes around the head like a collar would, but then there's some under here. Oh, they're on a rope too. Okay. So they're not part of... He doesn't have like spikes growing out of his skin like some of the war beasts do, so that's okay.
I do have to say, now this is kind of... Obviously, we left this off here yesterday. This is a great workup. I like it. Sasquatch Paints, you're so kind for those 5 gifted subs. Hey, give Sasquatch Paints a shout out. Some hugs, some hearts, all of the above.
I don't know how to describe Old Umbry because I don't know any of the lore.
I can. It's a bunch of bird guys that hit you really hard.
Yeah, I feel like they're, it's just literally a part of the Kador faction that has, it's like the old Circle Orboros, all the
It's got some,
woodland folks.
Hey, anonymous gifter with the 5 subs. Anonymous gifter, I hardly know her.
Oh,
Thank you so much for those. If you received a gift, we can't exactly thank that person, but
Can
thank
I quit?
you.
I feel like I need to quit.
You want to switch?
I need to quit.
Let me get up there.
I feel like I need to quit.
Put me in, coach.
I need to quit because
Why would you quit?
It's just too much for me.
What's the matter, Jason?
It's too much for me. You're too much. You guys are too much.
A wise man
You're killing
once
me.
told me, Jason.
He's never met a wise man
Oh, I have.
that he actually listened to.
I've met
So
plenty.
anything he says after a wise man once told me is stuff he didn't pay any attention to at all.
I'm trying to get Jason into a happy, fun time, win-win mood.
He has never once in his life listened to the real
He's really digging
statement.
Hey, you know what?
I know a lot of whats, a couple of who's, and a thing or two.
You want to know what I was about to say, though?
No.
Kenneth the Red, 22-month sub. Thank you so much. It's a giveaway day today. I wonder what we're giving away. Who knows what we're giving away?
What could it be?
What could it be?
I love how there were some people that, even though in the picture was what we're giving away,
What do
they
you mean?
still took other guesses. Now, one of them was Malev, and he doesn't count.
I did see Malev's comment.
Because nothing that Malev says counts.
What are we giving away, Jason?
But there were some people like, oh my gosh, I hope it's a bag.
Wait a
It's
minute.
like, it's literally me holding a box of One Step Series 2.
No, Jason. No, Jason.
What?
You can't tell him that. It's a secret.
It's not a secret. It's literally in the picture.
No, Jason. That's called foreshadowing. Wait, no. Foretelling. No. I mean guessing. Teasing. No. We're giving away. We're giving away.
I feel like this is what it feels
We're
like.
giving away base set number 1.
I feel like this is what it feels like at the end. Like at the end of days, the end of times.
The end of days.
The end of days.
This is, I know I came from the theater, but Jason sometimes can bring it.
This is what it feels
The
like
drama.
when it's done, over. You're finished.
We're giving away Chris's job.
The
Woohoo!
world has just had enough.
Mr. Patrick. Sure. Take it. Here you go. Look, I'm going to give you over here on Facebook a little heart character with a hug. Num, num, num. There you go.
With a hug?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's kind of fun. I like that little emoji. Love emojis. Sue me. Here's another little heart
I
for
won't
you.
sue you.
Yes, we are having a giveaway today. I don't know what it is yet, but maybe you'll have to wait and see.
We're giving away exactly 3 boxes
3 boxes
of One Step Set 2.
Shh. But you pretend it's 3:45 when we said that.
3 boxes. So go tell all your friends, or hoard it for yourself and don't tell anybody.
Well, we kind of told the world. Long story into a question. Great. Love these ones. So I'm trying to keep up with VODs, and I'm currently on your Tau chromatic black.
Huh?
If I wanted to replicate that, but instead of a green yellow hue, what would be? How would I keep it in the blue hue? If I wanted to replicate that, but instead of a green yellow,
Instead of using
Yeah.
the pale yellow
yeah,
as a highlight color, you could use white blue.
oh,
You could use just black and white. I've been doing the same thing with the black, blue, and other undertones quite often lately.
okay,
And so, like the cricks were just black or just grays and bright neutral gray,
yeah,
and it gives you a very dim black armor. And then these guys were the same, just black and white,
that's cool.
pretty much. These were brushed on with the dark blue black, so it's a lot heavier and has a lot more of the one-step feature to it, right? It gives a lot more contrast, dark spots, bright spots, whereas this was just airbrushed as a filter, right? So,
Malev, we're not giving away skateboards.
giving away what?
Malev says, I'm here to win a skateboard.
See, that's why you can't listen to that
You
guy.
can skate.
Don't do it.
I tried.
Don't do it.
You can skate right on into our giveaway link.
That was
Shrinky-linky-gooky.
that was close.
There you go. There's a great segue. Hit that link. If you are new here, welcome in. Here's another one for TikTok.
Tic Tac.
Trigger says, Trigger 40K, hey, love your guys' videos. Amazing work, and Paint just started to use them, and I'm loving them so far. Nice.
Awesome. Thank you.
So much. Yes, hit that link that I just posted there. That will make you go to this little bitty landing page. You sign up for it there, follow all those rules.
It's not that little bitty.
It's a little bitty one. That will make you go into our pool, and we will pick some winners.
have a pool?
based off of that. We do have a pool.
It's
The metaphorical pool of the giveaway.
Oh,
It's like a big hat, you know. big hat pool.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've
It's
always
either a
said we have a
magician
hat.
maybe it's a pool.
You've always said we have a hat.
I'm going to change it
Now
to
you're
a
changing it to a
jacuzzi.
pool.
I think it's more of a jacuzzi.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
There's a lot of you in there, but you only have to do it once this year.
There's a lot of people in the pool?
There's a lot of people in this
Do we
pool.
have that chemical so if people pee, it turns blue?
I think that's just a myth that parents used to tell their kids
Oh, no, it's not
To
a myth.
not-
That's real.
to not pee in the pool.
It's real.
I think it's fake.
It's real, Chris.
I think it's fake.
No, it's not. It's real.
That's big pool for you. Trying to get you down.
Who's Big Pool?
I'll tell you who Big Pool is. Not in this house. Despawn says, I just built my first 40K orcs and wanted to try the Pro Acryl Fluorescent. Okay.
Awesome.
Can I overlap them like purple base, build with green, then highlight with yellow, or should I primarily use it as a highlight and brightening tones?
So fluorescents are kind of like the same as one step in that you're going to want to make sure you do your bright colors first and then shade them with your dark colors, because when you're dealing with semi-opaque or translucent colors the way these paints are, kind of like the way this wash is right here, your bright colors won't cover your dark colors because they have no opacity. Think about if you're trying to paint like, yellow over black. This doesn't work. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're doing orcs, you can start with the yellow, if you wanted to do them in the fluorescent, and then go over the top of the yellow with green, and it'll make the yellow-green mix that you're looking for. But you would have to highlight it with something else, because the yellow itself won't really do a lot. It might brighten the green a little bit at the top, but it isn't going to have any opacity to have a lot of punch. So just be cognizant of that. Anytime you're working with paints that are less opaque, you are more prone to want to start with light colors and then shade them with darker ones, rather than the way we normally paint, which would be to put down a darker color and then highlight it with a brighter one. Hopefully that helps. That's just a stand. I talk about it being like the way we paint with watercolor, right? Watercolor is very similar in that doesn't have a lot of opacity. You get used to painting your light colors and then painting in a lot more of your shadows as you go, because that's just the way it wants to work. It's kind of like playing Operation here.
Jason, do you like the game Operation?
I used to as a kid. I was good at it.
That's cool.
Steady hands.
Okay.
You should be a doctor. You'd be a great doctor. You always wanted Operation. You never lit the nose up.
Jason, why didn't you become a doctor?
Why didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of messing around with other people's bodies.
Yeah.
I've been in some emergency situations where friends have been bleeding profusely, and I'm pretty good in that, actually.
Sure.
There was a time where my buddy and I were at the mall, and a kid got his hand trapped in the escalator.
Nice.
And
That's rough.
It sleeved him, if you know what that
Ooh,
means.
ouch.
It de-sleeved him
Yikes.
on his arm.
Yikes.
And I was there to take a shirt and wrap his limb up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
To which I got asked to pay for the shirt by the store manager
Nice.
when it was all over. That was great.
That was cool. Good stuff.
Yeah, but no. But I don't think I could have done it consistently.
XDead7, thank you so much for that, son. Speaking of watercolor, it's not watercolor, non-metallic meatballs. For a one-step watercolor effect, Zenithal highlight, brush the area with special sauce, dip the brush in sauce, then one step, then touch the area of the model.
That's a lot, and I didn't really follow.
Non-metallic meatballs, I need a better question from you. Ask the question you're looking for. Dang, that's crazy. If anyone else around here, I'll pass out. If none else, I didn't realize it was going to go into that kind of a story. So hopefully you're all okay. I thought
Some
Jason,
trauma?
I thought Jason was going to give me like a silly, like, I won't do that. But
Some
then we're
trauma
like,
in there
yeah,
for people?
Kid got sleeved. stuff went down.
De-sleeved.
De-sleeved.
Like being
No.
degloved when
He
working
put a
with power
sleeve on,
turtles.
like one of those thermal sleeves.
No.
Like Jason put the sleeve on the kid.
Here's a sleeve.
Yeah. What are you guys talking about?
Oh.
He lost most of the skin up to his elbow.
How does that even
This is a
happen?
family show.
I don't even know
Too
how that
graphic
happens.
for these kids.
Ugh.
Oh, I feel lightheaded.
I feel faint.
Do you know a good werewolf model?
Do I know a good werewolf model?
Yeah, that's what Disabled is asking here.
Yeah, Hera Models make some really good like werewolf. One of them is more feral, and one of them is like a almost like knightly, like it's like it would be a vampire, but it's a werewolf in armor. Hera Models, Hera, Hera Models. Two great 75 millimeter bust style. They're not busts. They're 75 millimeter miniatures. They're tall, right? They're not gaming miniatures. For werewolf miniatures for gaming, the Confrontation stuff is some of the best. The Wolfen
Okay.
from Confrontation are amazing.
Interesting.
Um,
Confrontation.
yeah, they had some really good Wolfen miniatures. Yeah, Hera makes some great stuff. Yep.
That old cat says, the Space Marine Wolfkin. I'm assuming I'm
Why-
assuming that's how you're spelling that
What-
because you want that effect.
Why are like with all the alternating caps and lowercase stuff is supposed
Because
to be like the
it's stupid
Yeah.
because those Wolfkin models are old and they need updating. They look wild. So I'm assuming, if I know Philip's humor correctly, that's what he was going for.
Yes.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Philip. So, Philip, you can win. Isn't that crazy? Make sure you sign up Philip and buy. Well, how can I sign up, Chris? There it is right there. Hit that link.
I don't know
Get
what
money,
to
get
do.
paid. There it is. Tic Tacs and Facebook. Look at all you crazy kids. If you have a question, please pitch it up. Make sure you guys hit us with the @Monument Hobbies, and I'll get to you. Bunions and Cabbage. Are you guys doing MAA competition next online and in person, or just in person?
Right now, it's just in person. We worked with Base Layer last year. I am less and less inclined to put any of the competition online due to AI. So I don't know that I'll do online anymore.
Wait, there's
It's an unfortunate drawback to the world of AI. I've seen quite a few miniatures entered into competitions lately that have been using AI retouchers,
Yeah.
and I'm not into it. Some of those people have won competitions, and you
Yeah.
can tell that they blatantly used AI when you look at the rest of the models they paint.
How's it going, Tech Badger? Sam Lenz Art. Thank you for that raid.
No way. What's going on, Sam?
Sam Lenz, thank you so much. Welcome in, Raiders. We're having a giveaway today. Wait, there's a giveaway? Sasquatch Paints, where have you been?
Wait,
We're giving away stuff today?
what? Who
Jason,
gave you
if-
the right to do that?
Sam Lenz says, I stream again. Hello, dudes. Hey, how you doing, man?
Chris, who let you give stuff away?
Now, Jason,
Oh, here we go with the no, Jason.
technically, you did.
Oh, you know what? I don't want that.
And technically, Chris told me that we were giving away 2 sets, and then you said 3.
He did say 3.
He did.
He told me yesterday, too, but then he just
He
poured it
upped
on
the
us
ante.
as 3. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, I forgot there's 3 out there. One of them is for Ryan, and I have one under my desk.
Oh, you have another one?
Yeah, he gave us that one yesterday that we forgot about that's underneath the desk. So we have 3 to give away.
There you go.
One for Ryan,
There you go.
and there you go. That's me being a nice guy. Oh, is Ryan
you
here?
so
we
much.
we just told Ryan that he had a set.
Sam, thanks again for that raid. Raiders, welcome in. We're Monument Hobbies. I'm
going on, everybody?
Christopher, and that is Jason.
Hopefully everybody's doing really well. I'm messing around here with these wolves. The wolves.
Yes.
We have the wolves. We
I
used
mean,
our one step
they're
yesterday to create some fur colors here, and today I'm going to start in on Skin Bro here. This is the Lord of the Hunt. So I did a magenta wash first to get some nice reddish, pinkish color in the shadows. Gives us kind of a neat base to work skin tones up from. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun.
I mean, you know,
Here he goes.
if you're in.
If you're into that sort of thing.
The Painted Stash, what's going on? If you are interested. in our giveaways, which if you're not, I don't know how to help you. That link will take you right there. Smack it, hit it.
Jason,
Click
why
it.
do we let Christopher's sayings live rent free in our brains?
What do you mean?
It's like the next song in an album you've listened to 100 times. You know exactly what's gonna happen next.
What are you talking about?
You know
I
exactly.
love
what I'm
that
talking about.
you're over there asking Gabe what he's talking about.
What are you talking about? Can you explain that?
I don't understand.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Now you know how we feel.
Can you explain yourself? He's gone silent.
I won't.
Now we know how.
To Homsterly, I guess.
To humps their lead.
To whomster twos.
To whom's their twos.
You know what we like to do around here?
Paint.
That's... I literally was just about to say that. That's perfect. We also like to give stuff away. We are giving away Pro Acryl, One Step, Set 2. 3 of them, I guess.
Oh wow! Now it's copping an attitude over here for some reason.
Whoa, don't you talk to me about tone, mister. We're giving away 3. That's a lot. Yes, I did see the Sackfilled Baggins magic card that's come out. I can't wait to play that for the
Is there
chat.
really one?
Yeah, unless somebody AI'd that. And I hope they didn't because it's dope.
Wait a minute. It's what's it called? Like
The Hobbit.
The
Hobbit.
Sackville Bagginses?
It's literally called the Sackfilled Bagginses.
Oh my god, that's great.
That's amazing.
Let's see.
We need to get the card just to have in the
Sackfilled
studio.
Bagginses. Okay, here we go. When the Sackfilled Bagginses enter, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card and create a treasure token.
Of course, because they steal all your crap.
Whenever you sacrifice a token, target opponent loses 1 life. That's hilarious. It's a legendary creature.
Oh my gosh! So it can be it can
Your commander. Oh, great! There goes my money.
Yeah, you need to get a PSA 10 and put it on a shelf.
That's hilarious.
You dying over there?
I got something. The Hobbit set's coming out, I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, because they did
That's
Lord of
an-
the Rings and now they're doing The Hobbit.
Yeah. That's what they're
Interesting.
doing.
Slottle.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Even. August just scanned the site. Interesting. Okay.
So that's right that Sam is streaming again.
Yeah, that's cool. If you're from his raid, welcome in. Michael Holtz, what's going on? We are painting a Warmachine model. It's called the Lord of the Hunt from Old Umbry faction. Is it Kador Old Umbry?
Yeah,
Correct?
it is
Okay.
part of the Kador faction, and it's a sub-faction, I guess you'd call it a theme force.
Ghost Hunter says, I'm hearing Jabe's voice in my head, and I'm thinking it's because of El Nino.
I think Chris says everything's because of El Nino.
It might be. It's El Nino.
Lately, that's what it's been. It's everything blame El Nino.
Ow! I stubbed my toe because of El Nino.
I mean, it'll make you do that.
Sigavax, what's going on, man?
It'll definitely make you do that.
I had a really good painting question for you the other day, and I'm forgetting it.
For me?
Yeah, I did
Oh.
actually. It was very good. You
Oh.
would have been like, "Great question, Chris," and doopity-hoo.
Oh.
It'll come back to me.
Instead, we get nothing. We get this story time with Chris.
Jason, can you send it up for me?
No.
Our beautiful faces were hiding it. Moss, I'm here, staying fun. Hey, welcome in. I heard El Nino caused El Nino, TK. I don't believe in the Inception kind of stuff. That's like DreamWorks stuff.
Inception? Kind of
Cydia says, is Chris a vehicle for El Nino memes? I'll kill you.
Wow.
I'll commit murder.
That's a threat.
I will
a
ban
threat,
you.
Man.
Dang.
I will kill
Welcome
you
to
in
Monument
the most
Hobbies, where you get
positive way.
amazing paint brushes and death threats.
I'll kill you all.
And death threats, it appears.
Christopher's escalated from banning people to
Just straight murder.
Murder in the streets.
Hey, I would never do that. That was a test and you didn't pass. I love every single one of my beautiful children who fire arrows at me constantly. Sackville
I
Baggins.
don't know what he's talking about.
I love that you all thought I was saying sack-filled. It's Sackville Bagginses. I need to pronunciate more. Scorched Earth. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I can't read these things out loud. How do you enter the giveaway? Oh my gosh, that's just great. I love that question. Hit this link right here. Follow all the rules that you got there.
Did
It's not really
Chris
rules.
pay you to ask that one? I don't understand.
Oh, how do you enter the giveaway? Great question. What is this model from? This model is from Warmachine, Old Umbry, Lord of the Hunt. For all of you who don't know what's up, we are holding a giveaway today. And we hold our giveaways probably around 3:45 is when we'll start pulling winners, and sometimes it takes a minute because you have to be here and you can't lie to me. You have to speak up. And I see all the chats here. Who gave Chris meth? Whoa. I'm fine.
Gabe.
I'm sorry. Am I allowed to be excited for life?
It's called chicken fingers.
So, Chris,
I'm just excited to be here.
Chris,
I save all my beautiful energy for all of you.
Chris, the rest of us aren't buying it because we see you every day, and you always say, "Oh, you know what? I just save all my energy for stream."
I really do.
But see, we know what your saved energy for stream looks like,
It's this.
and then we know what it looks like when you go eat Cane's for lunch.
What you getting at here, Mr. Jason?
Is that when you eat, and your blood sugar is,
Normal.
doing what it does right now, we get this, Chris.
Oh my gosh.
This is the way this works. He keeps trying to deny it, but
I don't know what you want from me.
we just
JC.
want some consistency.
You want to know what? You want answers? I
No.
want the truth.
Here
You
we
can't
go.
handle the truth.
He has the whole conversation with himself because nobody will actually.
Nobody
lead him
partakes.
To the conversation on their own.
Nobody partakes. All right, Jason. I'll be better. I'll work on it for you. Yes, you can. Wine Strix. I see YouTube chat absolutely, and you can enter even if you're in the UK. Yep. Takes a minute to get stuff there, but we will get it to you. Takes some time.
It comes from our EU
So
office. If you win the one step today and you are out of someplace other than North America,
yeah.
it will ship to you when the one step is in stock out of the EU warehouse.
Yeah, so it's going to take you a minute, but we will get you. So don't you worry.
So that's the only caveat there.
Yeah.
But
What's up, Dallas?
easy to do. What's going on, Dallas?
Dallas is here for the goods. He saw that post. And he
Hank gave
knows.
me a big old set of Legion models when I was up there this weekend.
Oh.
I got the... I don't know what they're called. What was Obi-Wan part of in the beginning movies?
The clones.
Oh, the Jedis.
Yeah, but the stormtroopers that they had, the clones.
The clones.
So I got a set of Obi-Wan with a bunch of clones that are actually really cool models.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I dig them. He said, "You should pick that box up because it's out of stock, sir." And I said,
Dallas just said, don't tell him 212. Okay, 212. I see.
"What's in it?"
Dallas said, don't tell them. And he says,
You
don't
were just
tell them.
talking about clones, and they went
Oh.
even further and said it's the 212th,
Oh, okay.
which is who are with Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, technically, never mind. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Great White Tower. Thank you so much for that Prime sub. We're holding a giveaway day today. And you know what?
I know a couple of what's a who, a thing or two.
I'm happy that we're here today, and I'm happy I have good energy, and I'm not going to let this world bring me down. Isn't that right, Jason?
I don't answer those questions.
We are the world.
I don't
Oh my
answer those
gosh.
questions. I've learned my lesson.
I'm just excited that people are excited. You know?
Who's excited?
Me, man. Come on.
So you're excited that you're excited?
Yes.
Okay,
Now you get it.
just checking.
Gabe, on the other hand,
You don't care about Gabe?
no, Gabe is excited, aren't you, Gabe? You better be.
I'm never excited.
He's not. He has to be serious.
I don't get excited about anything.
Jason does not either, so I have to bring it
I get
hyped.
excited about all sorts of stuff.
Oh.
I'm excited about this model.
I'm excited when Chris leaves the room.
Hey, you said it, brother.
When are you guys planning on doing the giveaway? The clock says 100. No, so the clock does say 161 days, but how our conglomerate works, that's the remaining time of our giveaway, and we were wanting to be fun, so I set the timer for a year, and that's what you're seeing, and it's so funny to me.
What?
So when you click the giveaway link, you
Welcome
can see the timer
to Chris's sense of humor.
how
by the way.
long the giveaway is lasting. It says right now there's 161 days all the way to the second. So I put in that many hours on the giveaway so it stays open so anybody at any time can do it.
Yeah.
Then that's how I pull it. So
I don't understand.
well, maybe if you click the giveaway link, you'd know. Crazy kids.
I don't know what to do, chat. I literally don't know what to do anymore.
I gave up long ago.
These guys have been friends for a
What are
long
you
time.
talking, Gabe? This is what it looks like. Look, I just showed you. It's on the screen in front of your face. That's what it says.
That's how much time is left, not how long it has been.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's how much time is left of the giveaway. The year
Somebody
of
was
the
asking
giveaway.
when is the actual giveaway because the thing
I know.
lists
I
all
was
this
gonna.
time.
I was gonna get to that. 3:45 p.m. is typically when I give you your 5-minute potty break. A warning.
So this is a long joke. If somebody asked what time, and you said, "Well, look at the giveaway. It's in 161 days."
I literally have to apologize profusely, chat, that this is the way it goes around here most
Oh, it's
days,
hilarious.
is that we are at the whim and disposal of Chris's weirdness here.
Here's the thing, you guys. We
Oh,
give
here
stuff
we
away.
go.
What else do you want? We're giving you free stuff.
That is true.
Just sign up. I think it's hilarious. Someone let Gabe tag in as
You know what I love, Chris?
I'll let him go.
I love that anytime anything you do gets called into question, you're like, I think it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. There's a lot of people don't think I have very, very deep intent. Everything I do is extremely intentional. So, you know.
Who is this that doesn't think you have lots of intent?
It's all of you.
All
of you.
Questioning your intent is different than knowing you have it. Right? Can we get something straight here?
There's always a little Easter egg I like to plant for you, beautiful hobby nerds out there.
Sackville Bagginses.
No, there are hobby nerds now when I'm talking about them positively. When they're being little Sackville Bagginses.
I'm taking a little bit of the
I'll get them.
taking a little bit of the advanced flesh tone and the magenta wash that I just used and using it to do the toesies. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home.
I'm so glad you
This
just
little
said that.
piggy had roast beef and this little piggy had none.
As I was destroying Super Duper John and Warmachine the other day, I was like, these little piggies are going to market. And then I took them out. I was really proud of myself.
Isn't
Hey,
pigs
Super
going to
Duper,
market
shout out.
not a good thing?
What's that?
Wouldn't that be not a good thing?
I don't know. I was
pigs
assuming
to go
they
to
were going
market?
to die because they're little bombs.
Right.
So they're like little bacon bombs is what I'm calling them.
Bacon bombs?
They literally have a skill called bacon.
That's great.
Look it up, dude.
Well, bacon is when they heal themselves when another one dies.
Yeah, which is cannibalism in a way.
Interesting.
I guess now that I really
Uh,
Yeah,
put pen to paper on
the
that
fact
one.
that pigs eat bacon is a little bit scary.
yeah.
You want to know what else is scary, Jason?
I have a lot of things I could say right now.
One of them that I know that is not scary is a giveaway link, which is what you should click right there. If you're not a part of that, hit that link right there. We're going to do a giveaway probably around 350. We're giving away 3 sets of set 2. That's a big deal. Why isn't Jabe on the other camera? He said no camera today. He said no paparazzi.
I'll just be the voice in the sky.
No, it's Wheel in the Sky.
Keeps on
It's a
turning.
great song.
I've never heard that song in my life.
What? My boy. Look what they've done to my boy.
They massacred my boy. That works really, really
My
well.
boy.
Okay, so I had to watch, not had to, but when I went to Illinois this last weekend,
Yeah.
they stole my iPad and security.
What?
Yeah, there was a big confusing thing that happened at TSA checkpoint here in Phoenix.
Okay.
The machine that you stand in that does the scanner freaked out, and so 3 of us, they pulled aside, made us take off our shoes and go back through, and at the same time they pulled all our bags and checked all our bags, and they pulled my iPad out.
Oh no.
And when they were doing it, of course, they said, "Hey sir, we're going to pull your iPad out and run it back through, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Okay," but at the same time people were pulling at me to go back through the thing, and, "Hey, we're not waiting on you, do the thing, get back through here."
Right.
Along with 3 other people, or 2 other people, 3 of us total that had to do that. And so yeah, it wound up being a real problem, because then when I went back through, all my stuff was scattered everywhere. Shoes, bag, wallet, the whole 9.
Shoot, I'm sorry,
And so
man.
my iPad being gray and in a gray TSA tray,
Oh God, just
it was
lost.
horrible, and I just walked off without it, and I didn't realize until I was boarding my flight, because I use it to watch movies.
Oh no.
So I got on and I didn't have any of my movies to watch. So what I was left with was whatever American Airlines has in their entertainment thing, and they have horrible choices most of the time.
Yeah.
But so I wound up watching The Godfather Part 1 and 2.
Oh, nice.
That's my whole thing. So
Did you get your iPad back?
it's sitting over there now.
Okay.
They've verified it has it. I
Oh,
found it with
cool.
my Find My, and I contacted TSA, and they've got it. I just have to go by during office hours to get it.
That's a bummer though. It's the worst.
Not good.
Dang, sorry about the iPad, says Silver Shield.
I'll get it back. But thank you. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the way I wanted to spend it. I didn't need it for the weekend. I had my phone at least, but
Yeah.
still not great to...
Hey, Rogue Leader.
Leader?
Thank you. 12 months sub. I see Chris has finally driven Jason insane. No, I haven't.
more than you can imagine.
I don't think so.
More than you can imagine.
I don't think I've driven him insane.
What do you think you've done?
I think I've driven you to excellence.
What?
Yeah.
You've driven me to excellence?
Yeah.
How is that?
Like in a positive way.
Well, I mean, that would be a positive thing if it was true.
Right? What do
If-
you mean?
If it was true, that would be a positive thing.
I think I have a little bit.
Driven me to excellence?
Yeah, you know? Like making you paint. Like, you know? Making you stronger. You have to listen to me. Thus, while you're edge highlighting, you're getting really good. So when you actually have some silent moments, it'll be like Goku's chamber of training.
What are you talking about?
Dallas says, sounds like a short Friday to me then. Huh.
Short Friday, what are you talking about?
To go get your iPad.
Oh, yeah, I'm going on Friday. We don't work on Fridays around here, so I have to do the stream with Jen, but Jen and I will go and like maybe grab lunch, head out towards the airport. We'll get it. We'll figure it out.
Speaking of Goku, anyone get those Converse? Says Ryan. Oh, is there a limited edition? Ryan, I know someone who works at Converse.
Not my thing.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since forever.
Like Converse
Converse the shoes.
corporate?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That'd be nice to know.
She's great.
I need some
I've
Converse.
told you multiple times.
You never said this to me. We've been friends for so long. It's fine. You hate me. It's fine.
Well,
It's fine.
see what I have to deal with, Chad?
That's my line.
What have you got stuck under the base and why? Says, I'm relatively new to painting hobby, so I don't know. That's a cork he's holding. That's his handle, essentially. I think
Yeah,
that's what
I
you're
use it
talking
as a
about.
painting handle. It is just a cork, like a bottle stopper. And it is solely for giving me something other than the model to hold on to when I need it. Works a champ.
I didn't realize you wore Converse, Gabe.
Oh.
It's a bad joke.
Bad
I mean,
joke?
Chris says he knows someone that works there. I assume it was the child he mentioned knowing earlier.
Oh,
Wad, wow.
wow.
At Converse?
Wad's just making a silly joke.
Wow, don't get him started on
Dan says, hey, what's up, Dan?
salad.
Dano? Don't get me going on salad and go.
What's up, Dan?
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in salads on the go.
It's literally a place right down the street.
I know. I don't believe in it.
What do you mean you don't believe in it?
Don't get me started.
Don't get you started.
Don't get me started with salad and go.
Okay. I think it gave birth to Angie's.
I know. Horrible.
But Angie's is good. What the heck's wrong with you, man? Oh, don't answer that.
I don't have enough time.
Very complicated
Salad
question.
and go conversation.
Very complicated question.
Nowadays, the salad makes you go. Just saying, gotta be careful. Also, happy to see shenanigans continue. Absolutely, every day, Dan.
With or without our, like, wanting it.
What do you mean? You want this?
What do you mean what I mean? I want what?
You want this?
To be abused by you on a daily basis?
What? That's wild. Jason.
I don't ask for this. I don't wake up in the morning going, you know what? You know what I need?
Fairly Bad Fairy, thank you so much for that sub. That's an awesome name, by the way.
What was it?
Very Bad Fairy.
Very Bad Fairy. I like
Yeah,
that.
I just like it.
Very good.
Sounds like a like an IPA beer brand. The Jason,
What?
you know that I care for you deeply, right? You know that I know my role here at Monument.
You know what I
Hobbies.
know?
What do you know?
I know a Mo. That's what I know.
We know a Mo.
We know a Mo. Hey,
Does
Mo.
he know Mo?
Hey, Mo.
Does Mo know Mo?
Does Mo know Mo?
I've gone cross-eyed. Haley, take it easy. Have a good night.
What?
Haley.
Somebody's leaving before the giveaway.
I've got to head out for the doctor's appointment. Hopefully I'm done in time to come back for the giveaway.
You tell that doc
No.
to get the stuff done.
Yeah.
I can't wait, Haley, for you to go to your doctor and say, hey, can we hurry this up? I've got to get back onto
I
this
got a
painting
giveaway,
stream and
like-
potentially win some paint for my miniatures. I would like that recorded as an ad immediately.
You got to get going, doc.
Quick question, Chris. What is your base shadow for your trees? I use dark umber religiously for my trees as the base layer.
And how does it look, Chris?
I love it. I'm actually very excited to do some wacky, not wacky, like some unique underpainting now for my trees, then use dark brown, kind of like how Jason does, for a filter over it. That's what I'm excited to do for the trees.
Nice.
I think that will step up my game when it comes to making the trees not just look a little bit bland. My trees don't look bland, but they just look like trees. I know that's what they're supposed to look like, but I could give them some more character. Like how Jason did that Guardian, that wood Guardian. He did that a while back, a Conquest model where
You mean with like oranges and stuff?
you did like royal purple, then you did some
Yeah.
jade and turquoise
Khaki.
under it. Yeah.
Jade, royal purple, things like that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something that's supposed to be alive. It gives it a little bit more of a mystical feel when you throw other colors in there that don't feel like they're just greens and browns.
Yeah.
You can get lost in doing natural stuff and just get lost in, earth tones,
Yeah.
greens, browns, so on and so forth, which works well for the bulk of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point in time, it's really nice when you have mythical creatures, fey creatures, trees that walk, that you
Give them some magic feeling.
Yeah, you give something else that are, mythical colors. I don't know if that's a true thing, but, jade is a great one. Magentas underneath it are really great.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, give it some life.
royal purple is always great.
So I'm really excited for that dark brown, and then the yellow-green one step for my leaves. So specifically through the airbrush. I'm very excited for that. Valkiv says, would red oxide prime with a white zenithal, then one-step shadow flash be a good start to Caucasian skin tones?
Heck yeah. You might not want to do the white zenithal. You might do something like taupe or, even pale yellow or something with a little bit of warmth in it. On these, I did red oxide and warm flesh. And so that would be a good one. Something that has a peachy, orangey, yellowy tone for Caucasian skin tone underlayment would be really good. What I try to teach with chromatic undertones like that is, a cool shadow and a warm highlight is typically the place to start from. So that's why we use dark purple, dark blue, Payne's gray, dark sea bend, those kinds of colors as a shadow tone. And then pale yellows, khakis, olive flesh, things like that give you a little bit of warmth, warm flesh. That's the whole gist there. If you're doing something where you really want to pull the blues out like we were talking about earlier, then you can definitely do white blue and things like that. You can see this fleshy tone that I'm doing on the toes.
Skin bits. I like that. Gosh, that'd be great for my pigs.
Yeah.
Like on the snouts and stuff?
Yeah, just a little bit on the snout, the toes where the claws start coming out. I'm not really doing it anywhere else. On the big dog, I did it like in the shoulder blade area and things like that. A little bit more in the nose and lips and eyes and ears and things like that. So it's just a good way to give some life into those because it gives you a good flush color even over things like brown. Just gives you a little bit of nuance of that pink from the magenta around the claws. Still peeks out on even the dark brown here.
Yeah, I like that.
Lips and the scowl of the mask here. The eye socket maybe. Inner ear, of course. And then, same thing over here on the gray ones.
So Jason, whenever you give tips like this, I'm always like, oh, well, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, it has that red tint to it. But I don't immediately think of that when I'm painting. Did you pick that up from just painting lots of wolves, or is that just like you are just so in tune with like looking at those kinds of things around the world and applying them to what you're painting?
I think the bulk of it is knowing how living tissue works, is that you're going to get these flush tones, the pinch, assuming that the blood is red, then you're going to get these flush tones that move towards pinkish red. And, you look at like your dog's belly and the short fur on the belly goes into kind of a pinkish tone where it gets down closer to the skin. So just replicate that. A lot of times we're amplifying it. It probably wouldn't, like my dog's feet don't look like this unless they've been licking them a lot. But on a model like this, it amplifies it to show the life of the model. So sometimes we're just kind of picking up and boosting it a little bit to draw it into a sense of recognition, where if you did it so subdued like it is in nature, sometimes you wouldn't even see it at this scale. So yeah, it's just a matter that, whenever you pinch your eyes in a scowl like this, blood rushes up to the part of the brow where it's pinched because you've now squeezed that skin tight and the blood vessels are scrunched into a smaller area. And so you just get that pinkishness where the blood vessels get closer to the surface of the skin and are more visible. And that happens to all living creatures, that have red blood in them. Insects and things don't. But, for animals and mammals and things like that, I feel like unless it's an elephant or a rhino that might have such a thick hide that you're not going to see a lot of that coloring, I think for the rest of them that, I tend to just want to give some across the mask, ear, temples. If they have temples, obviously the temples on these guys are very hairy, so you don't get to see it there. And then, of course, the paws, just to break up the monotony of just the color, because you might wind up with the paws just being, gray or brown or whatever. This makes it feel like it's more alive.
Dan says you learned it through dark magics.
That too. Dan was there that one fatal day when
magic improved.
We were in Georgia at a crossroads and a fiddle started playing.
The Temple of the Dog, perhaps? Dallas, that's silly.
Is that a local music reference?
That's a That is a Dallas. This is a serious business stream. I don't know if you're all aware of that, but we are serious.
Nobody. How could anybody possibly be aware of that, Chris?
Jason,
If they've watched us, how could they possibly even think something like that?
I've taken on a new leaf right now.
You've done what?
I knew it. I knew it'd get them.
Sorry.
I've taken off a new leaf off the tree of life. Right?
Dude, I don't know.
I hereby
Can we put him in like a soundproof chamber
hereby
to where chat could hear him, but we couldn't?
here now.
We can build
Like
that.
a vocal
I'm
booth?
going to leave no page unturned, and I am going to be better at being business.
Jesse, who says
That's
we've
why.
never left the grunge era? Oh, I know. That's why I said, is that a local band reference?
That's why.
That's like Mother Love Bone. It's right up there with Mother Love Bone.
Why would you do that to
Temple
Chad?
of the Dog and Mother
Road
Love
leader.
Bone.
Chat doesn't want to hear Chris either.
I'm just telling you guys.
Temple of the Dog's a good record. That was a Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder kind of combo. They had some good ones, like Hunger Strike. Hunger Strike, one of the best songs of all time, I think.
Take that fig back. I'm telling you guys, we're about to get very business oriented. That's why I'm trying to get us to stream on LinkedIn. Coming soon to LinkedIn.
Gabe, if you ever take him for chicken fingers again,
Woohoo! Chicken! I will take the leaf, this new leaf, and I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Big Mike Wood. That's great. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Big Mike Wood. Are you Mike Woodward from Facebook, but now over here on Twitch? Are you the same Mike that I think you are?
it is.
Because that's great. And if you just made that joke, that's a good joke.
That's a good joke.
Speaking of the Temple of the Dog. Hey, no links. No links in my chat. No links. You dangerous people. That's my warning to you. We don't do links in here. Don't make me put on my serious pants. Cuz I will. I will. But it's Grunge Fraser. I won't do it. No links. I must keep that okay. MonumentHobbies.com. That kind of don't you do that, Double D. Don't you do that to me. I'm not clicking that. Ghost Hunter, I will time you out. Do not click the shutupchris.com. Who the freak knows where that goes? Do not click these links.
I'm going to go. We should all go buy shutupchris.com.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. The amazing says, Chris, this would be a good segue for the link for the giveaway.
Paid professional.
I
Chat.
couldn't have said it better.
Paid professional. Now you guys have to do his job for him.
Jason,
What?
what do we do every single week?
Put up with you?
Come on now, you know what we do.
What?
We give things away.
Oh, we do a giveaway.
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
It's the year of the giveaway, and today we're giving away 3 sets of Pro Acryl set number 2.
What?
That's right. You literally said that.
What?
I won't buy it. I won't be fooled.
Who gave authorization for
Jason
giving away a paint
Craze.
set that's not even available yet?
Jason did. It was in the picture. For all of you who are asking what we were giving away today.
He comes through the office yesterday. He goes, Jason, could you do something for me?
I did.
And I was like, wait a minute.
I did do
What's
this.
about to happen? He
Him
goes,
and
I
Jose
need
were
you to
having-
hold this box and make a funny face. And so I did.
Yeah.
And Jose laughed and says, I love that he just comes in and asks you to do that. And that you do it. And I go, this is my life.
He knows. He knows what's going on. He knows what's up.
I have to dance when the guy says dance. I'm the organ grinder.
Heel dance. I'm painting a horse with dark golden brown as my first layer. Nice. Yes, we will give you a 5-minute warning before I pull the names, and you have to be here. But we're gonna probably pull the names around 350. So make sure you are around your phones, your computers, whatever where you're watching. I have all the chats up. Anybody can win in any of the chats. All you have to do is hit that link, and we'll get you into the pool, and we'll pick you out.
A pool,
It's kind of like a big...
you got to be here.
Yeah, you got to be here. You got to be following. On any of those platforms, if you're following, by the way, you just have to be following on either one of those platforms. But yeah, you go into a pile, and we pick it out. There you go. Have to be here. And you can't lie to me. I have my ways. We can verify you. So don't be shady.
Don't be shady?
Oh, Mojo says, sorry, I clicked before. Okay, gotcha. I'm painting a horse with dark golden brown. What would you have as a mid-layer color and my highlight? It is 3 o'clock currently for us.
Dark golden brown is the base? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep,
Chris?
I think so. Dark golden brown. Yes, okay.
For a horse.
Right.
Is the dark golden brown kind of in the hue that you want the horse to be at the end?
Yep, says Mojo Kojo.
Then I feel like... So, okay, you could go into like golden brown, but it's going to make it a very, like I call it fawn color.
Yeah.
I don't know in horse lingo, like in equestrian lingo, what that color would be, but you can go into that if you wanted kind of a golden brown feel. You could also do like light umbers into that. Dark golden brown is a fantastic base coat for any of your kind of yellowy brown hues. So you could even go into...
Oh, okay. I like the golden part of the golden brown.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Then I think mixing in golden brown with dark golden brown works really well. But even mixing in khaki with dark golden brown makes a really neat thing. It's not quite as yellow, so it may not be as much of the golden part as you like to do that. Orange browns work really well, right? So if we pull dark golden brown, you've got a color that has a nice amount of greens and yellows in it.
I love that
And then
color.
you can go into anything from like dark green brown. But of course that's going to lean into the less yellow side. Or orange brown, which gets you more warmth.
Ooh.
Right? So orange brown mixed in it with it is nice. And then you can go into either like a khaki highlight is kind of neat. That keeps it in a little bit more of a subdued tone, so it feels... I feel like this kind of coloring makes it feel a little bit more like natural hair, because if you go to golden brown, you might be a little too yellow, but you can do that as well.
Nice.
Either one of those, I think, is a great combo. I would personally do this. Orange brown, dark golden brown, mix in with orange brown to orange brown, and then mix in with khaki as you need for a highlight. That'll give you a really nice fur color.
Mojo Kojo. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, I like the orange brown and the khaki combo. Nice.
Yeah, they look great together, especially over that dark golden brown.
Huh. MH Hobbies started following.
What?
Well.
Monument Hobbies?
No, it just says MH Hobbies. Little Billy says, speaking of answering questions, Chris, you're an amazing person. Oh, thank you, Little Billy.
Uh-oh.
That was nice of you.
Is it starting again? Because this is how he feels like he plays
Thanks.
the giveaway gods.
Thank you, Little Billy.
He's trying to tune the giveaway gods to his mojo.
Madhouse Hobbies. Okay, first time chat.
It's Monument Hobbies.
Madhouse Hobbies. That's hilarious. Welcome in, my man. The Little Billy says, Chris, you're the best person on the face of the planet. Oh, Little Billy.
He didn't ever say that.
I read that.
That's not even that. No, that's
I
just
read
a
that
blatant
verbatim.
lie.
I just read that like verbatim. That's
What did
cool.
he say, Chris?
He said, "Do, I owe everything to this man." I don't know. I deleted the comment.
Chat. Make sure that when you choose the people to surround yourself with, they don't lie to you all the time.
I don't think I ever lie.
What do you call it?
I would say telling a story.
Would I lie?
Oh,
Would I lie?
You're a fiction writer? Is that what you're telling me now?
One might say that.
These are glorious works of fiction that you will be proud to have been a part of at the beginning one day, Jason.
Chris does have a book.
Good. Banskar, hey. I appreciate that. Can we dunk Chris in a tank of one step? I'd do it. We just need the funding. Insane Minis Aliens for those bits. What? Thank you for those bits. And Alien Paintblood, thank you for those bits too. I wanted to make sure I call out the bits. Mo reached a 5-stream streak 30 minutes ago. Look at me, says Mo. 5? You've been away though, Mo. I believe. Insane Minis Aliens, what would you say if I would like to participate in your giveaway and send something to the 3 winners from your company? Hey, not today. Today we are giving away 3 sets of the new One Step, but we can always collaborate with you in a future one, because guess what? We have a lot more. Why don't you hit up Jabe over on the Discord, Insane Minis?
Yeah, Insane. If you're ever looking to join in,
Man. Yep.
more the merrier. We have some stuff coming up from Parabellum for Conquest.
We do.
Had we not had the... we're going to do that the week I start painting the Conquest Mini for the tutorial, which will be next week.
Right.
So next week's giveaway, I'll just go ahead and say, will be sponsored by Parabellum and is really freaking cool.
Do you want to show them or not yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Almost grabbed it and showed them.
I want to see.
It's over there.
No, I think they got to wait.
They're pretty cool. We won't even tease it.
It's pretty cool.
Wink, wink. These are very cool. I actually looked at these models. You had mentioned them a while back, but we're not. Well,
Are these out
show them
already?
No. Yes.
I
think they just are shipping.
no butt sets today. Even better. No. I'll try that combo with my next wolves for my space wolves. Oh yeah, if you're doing space wolves, absolutely. Yes. For all of you over on TikTok, right here, if you copy, because you can't click links right now in TikTok. TikTok's a little bit different because we just started on TikTok, so we're limited for a while until we can give you physical links. But I copy and paste that
Is
URL.
that something that they do? We just have to prove ourselves or something?
Yeah. Yep. But regardless, I can put this in
How
right
horrible
here.
is that?
So
Just send them an email. Say we've been doing this for 10 years.
we should.
People know
They'll
us.
listen to me. Right there. If you hit that link or you copy and
crazy
paste that,
tic-tackers.
you will. That will take you right over that. So that's how you enter. For someone that wants to start modeling figurines, what tips would you suggest to get started?
Modeling as in sculpting?
Like sculpting?
Are you wanting to do 3D sculpting?
Alistair, let us know if you heard that. Let us know. Had to step away. What color is Jason using now for the wolf fur?
He's
He's doing the skin.
I'm doing the toenails right now.
Yeah, he's doing like
toenails
little-
and noses, and I'm using coal black just to black them out so that I get the right contrast feel from the rest of the fur, just to know if the pinkishness that I'm putting on the feet and stuff worked. And I think it did. I think when I get the nails and the nose is blacked out, it looks good.
Rattlecan, no. You can't. If you've already won this year, that wasn't the big quarterly one, then you can't.
Everybody is entitled to 1 weekly giveaway,
Yeah.
1 quarterly giveaway, and the annual
Yeah.
giveaway. So everybody can win one of each of those.
But yeah, if you just want a normal giveaway, technically, no. Okay, you said I've been 3D printing and want to start painting figurines.
Oh,
okay,
painting.
Gotcha.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's tons, right? The biggest thing is that, I try to convey to people is early on, your biggest goal should be to stay in the lines. Treat it like an adult coloring book. What we're doing is painting in the areas of a coloring book that's been provided to us in form of a sculpt, 3-dimensional object. And so keep the colors where they're supposed to go. You know, this guy's fairly complicated. We've got fur, and then we've got some skulls wrapped with leather inside the fur, and you want to make sure that you keep the color of the skull on the skull, and the leather on the leather, and the fur on the fur, and don't go outside the lines, you know, once you get good at that, which sounds silly, but that's the biggest thing that as painters we have to be aware of all the time. Painting from the inside out is a great tool. Because, and when I say inside out, it's like why you've seen me paint the skin on this guy before, like the cloak or the axe or the fur that wraps his wrists. Painting the skin first means I can be sloppy and get the skin color all over everything around it, because then I paint the parts that sit on top of the skin and cover up where I got sloppy with the skin and don't have to stick my brush in very far. So when I say inside out, you paint the parts that it's hardest to get your brush to first and work towards the parts that it's easier to paint. So, your normal humanoid figure, if you're painting Space Marines, right? And you have a Space Marine, you're going to want to paint like his head, if it's glued on there, paint the head before you paint the armor.
Yeah.
In most cases. There are going to be some times where you're like, yeah, but I really want to airbrush the armor. Or I want to sloppy dry brush the armor like we did on this. Then sometimes you paint the armor first because the technique you want to paint the larger area, especially on things like Space Marines, because they're all blue in this case. So you might want to focus on doing the blue armor first. Then you don't paint the head first. Then you just have to get good at playing Operation and get in there and make sure you don't get the skin tone on the armor that's close to it. All of that is viable. It really is up to you, but I tend to say that the easy way to start, stay inside lines, paint inside out, and then start worrying about things that are more advanced, like lighting and contrast. All the stuff that we talk about, value and volumes. If you start with value and volumes, while it feels like, those are the places that are most important because we talk about it all the time, the reality is it's good to get the color where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Focus on that. Get used to painting at scale. Make sure you have good brushes. Get your brush feel down to where you feel confident going in and painting everything from eyeballs to feet and, the small areas and belt buckles without getting paint all over everything. And then when that starts feeling natural, then you're ready to start moving into other techniques that are like, okay, now I need to learn shading and highlighting and mixing and blending and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, and Alistair, we are the makers of Pro Acryl at Monument Hobbies, so all the paint you see Jason using, we make here. Yeah, so if you hit this, here you go. I'm going to send you this link over there. I'm going to copy and paste. Okay, perfect. That right there. No, I don't make paint. We make paint.
Chris has never done that. Chris and Gabe have never done that.
No,
you
Gabe
guys
has.
Need to have to go do that.
Gabe has done that. Let me send you. Here we go. Hit this link right here. This is our main website. You can also find the website link in our bio over on TikTok as well. So go hit that. But that'll take you to our store. Let's go back up here. I want to call out a couple subs. Bug Zapper, Grand Cool, Vegeta, what's going on? Thank you all for those subs. We appreciate it.
Hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Getting towards the end, aren't we?
This is just the beginning.
Chris has been saying this week has been so long.
It has been. This last couple weeks have been very long.
Why?
It's a lot going on. That's not a bad thing.
You always say that. There's such a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
Like what?
Many things. What are you talking about?
We got nothing going on. It's not like we're releasing a big new product or anything.
I don't believe you.
Or that we got Gen Con or anything
I won't
like
even.
That. There's nothing going on.
I won't even entertain this. Anonymous giver. Thank you for that. Anonymous, Nubilis. Thank you so much for that sub. We appreciate it. Caprio got it. Nice. Hoffman moved from the Facebook to Twitch. There you go. Hey, you can do whatever you want. We stream on all platforms so that you have choices. There's many of you out there in the world, and we want to give you the options. Valkiv, yes, we do. We do know the full list of set 2 for one step.
We have it right here in front of us.
Sorry, I'm waiting to push myself with Grimdark. Okay. Scary Ducks is wanting to know some colors for painting up a Harbinger, right? One of those new Nurgle models. Sorry, I'm wanting to push myself with Grim Darkish Style I wanted to challenge myself with someone selecting 6 to 8 paints to use so I can make it grim dark. Okay, so you're looking for 6 to 8 paints for grim dark scheme. Is that what I'm getting? Grim dark scheme, Jason.
Well, okay. So the first thing I think we need to do is talk about what we mean when we say grimdark. Grimdark is typically something that doesn't use very vibrant colors. You know, you're not finding a lot of grimdark that's using bright blues and greens and purples and yellows, right? You're not looking for that high vibrancy when you talk about saturated colors. You can still use saturated colors, but they're going to be in more shade and mid-tone. You know, when we talk about tints, tones, and shades, they're going to be more in the leaning towards grays and blacks. When we think about how we're going to place greens and blues and yellows and stuff on a model. So grimdark is not a color palette. Grimdark is a method of making sure we're painting with desaturated colors in the visual spectrum. So, you know, if I grab one of our color wheels.
Yeah, I know he's on the horse panic bomb. I actually really like that model.
Right. So, if we back out like this, right? When you take a color wheel, and I should just tear this part off. I never use it. So when you look at the color wheel, at full saturation, we call it, is the outer rim of the color wheel. So all of these colors are at full saturation. So when you talk about red, that's full saturation of red. As you start going into the inside, this is the shade part, and this is the tint part, right? So they're duplicates of one another. We just have like full saturation red, and then as you start adding white to it or desaturating it with a bright color, it starts moving in like this, right? This doesn't actually look like they've added white. That's more of a yellow. But as we get towards a pure white color towards the center, you start living in these desaturated realms here, which are like these 3 bands are the most desaturated colors you get before just losing the color entirely by going pure to the mixer. When we tint, we add white or a bright tone, and when we shade, we add black or a dark tone, okay? And so what grimdark really means to me is that you're never using anything in kind of these 3 bands. If you do, it's an accent color, right? You might have like the glow of eyes on your Nurgle guy or something be something in this realm over here, right? Maybe in this kind of yellow-green area, or maybe he has blue glowy eyes or whatever, right? So you would use like highly saturated colors for accents of glowy bits, plasma gun if you're doing 40K, glowing staff, or runes if you're doing fantasy. But for the bulk of the model, when you want it to be grim and dark, what you're dealing with is colors in this kind of, and you mentioned Nurgle, right?
Yeah.
Right, so let's go over here.
Grim dark Nurgle-y.
Yeah, this is the part we want to live in, right? So the colors are going to exist from your kind of browns that start in your desaturated orange scale over to your greens is where your browns live, because that's where they're created, from yellows, oranges, and greens, right? And so this would create your scale of browns. Color wheels don't really ever show brown because brown is more of a collective mix of more colors, which is hard to show in this pie form. But you get the gist here. You can imagine umbers and stuff go further into reds and adding more black. But you have like orange, brown, green, brown, things like that. And so this first 3 bands is where you're going to live with your coloring. But you can see how all of these colors could be used in grimdark.
Yep.
Once you've desaturated enough into the grays and blacks, because when we talk about tint, tone, and shade, I said tint is adding white or a bright value color to your main color so that you push the saturation towards that bright color. And tones are where you add gray, and it starts moving the color towards pure gray. That's kind of what you see in these mid bands here. And then shades are when you start adding black or heavier grays to it, and you just start moving the color towards a complete darkness and stripping the color out that way. So when you say what color should you pick, I think you're living in these kind of olive drabs, brown greens, yellow greens, dark yellow greens, umbers, burnt orange, burnt sienna, burnt red, mahogany in our line, black red, all of those dark shades. But remember that as you do that, like let's say we're doing the armor and we want to do the armor in kind of a push of really gross greens. You might start with mahogany, which is a rich kind of reddish brown. So you might do a base coat of that. And then you might go to dark camo green, which is a very good desaturated green. And then you might go to yellow green for your highlights. So now you might have this as your armor base, right? So you've got your shadows, your midtones and your highlights. And you get that kind of grimy, slime, gross, disgusting look out of this that is still very interesting because you still have a shadow, a midtone, and a highlight. Right? We always want to make sure we have 3 values at minimum on everything we paint. That's just kind of a rule of thumb as you want to get better as a painter. No part of your model should exist without at least 3 values. That doesn't mean 3 colors. It could be 1 color and multiple values. You could do a tint, tone, and shade of the same color. I could paint everything with on the model with this and just add white and black as necessary to make my highlights and my shades of it. It's going to be very monochromatic because I'm only using 1 color, but you can do that. But I would want to make sure if I paint a cloak in dark camo green and want to use white to make the highlight and black to use the shadow, that I'm making those distinguishing colors far enough apart, far enough darker than this to be a shade and brighter than this to be a highlight. Okay? Because I want 3 values like what you're seeing here. A dark shadow, a mid-tone, and a bright highlight. Okay? But when you say what your color should be, you can do that. Any of the colors. I typically, when I'm thinking about this, I say, okay, what color do I want the armor? Green. Boom. There you go. There's grim dark green color palette. You say, I want to do gray cloak. Well, then I would pick something like maybe dark warm gray as a base. And then this is really easy because then I just go to warm gray, right? And maybe gray green, right? And so now I have a real dingy gray because my gray green gives me that kind of, just like the color says, a little bit of greenishness in it that makes it feel damp and moss-ridden or, mildewed. And then the warm grays do the same thing. They give you a little bit of a yellow tone to them so that this gives you a really dingy gray. Boom, there you go, right? So I'm not going to a super bright color for my highlight here. I'm trying to just stay in a realm where everything's kind of dingy. So this is the way to do grim dark painting. It's not a color palette. It's a method of thinking of your colors as not going as bright and going way darker than you might color them in normal.
Next monument product, says Little Billy. Grim dark 1 step. And it's just a bucket of coal black 1 step. You dip minis in and leave it overnight.
Yeah.
Now you're on to something, I dare say.
Hope that helps.
I mean, I think it did. If you all are not aware, hit this giveaway link. We're having a giveaway today. Hit that link, follow the instructions to sign up in any of the chats that you are in. You can see that link right there. Sign up. You have to be present and following on any of the platforms that you are on currently. And we'll pull a winner probably around 350. We're going to pull 3 winners today for set 2. When is Monument coming out with self-cleaning brushes? Jason doesn't have comment on that.
Excuse me?
Sandwich Bro was asking about self-cleaning brushes, Jason.
Excuse me?
And then Dallas said, I need self-cleaning palette.
Hey, excuse me? I know not of what you speak.
Little Billy says, Chris, I hit that giveaway link every day and you still haven't called me. What's up with that? That's a great question, Little Billy. I'll look into it.
He won't.
Yeah. I'll look into it. Make sure Little Billy's name is in there and not removed from the list.
Why, Chris, would Little Billy's name mayhaps been removed from the list?
It's not. It's in there.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Or is it?
Or is it?
I'd hit the link and keep hitting it, Little Billy. Because you're never going to win. I mean, it's all random. And your name is in there. Beep boop.
I wouldn't trust anything you just heard, Little Billy.
Scorched Earth, you're in there. You're not praying hard enough to the RNG gods. There's nothing I can do for all of you. It's not even my giveaway anymore. It's theirs. The omnipotent beings of the giveaway. They make these decisions. I just am the messenger. Dallas says, I want to switch to a glass palette like Jason. I just don't want to clean it.
Soak it, and then you just have to hit it with a carpet knife, and it comes right off. It literally just sloughs right off. You get 2 of them. You get 2 of them, Dallas.
Yeah, you cycle. You cycle them.
Yeah, you get 2 of them. Or just one, and if you just want to soak it. And we just have a 5-gallon bucket. Soak it in the bucket. And then when you come back the next day, all you have to do is soak it overnight. Come back the next day, and the stuff just sloughs off. It's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, wow. We are like a million miles out.
A million miles out. You're pretty close to getting this thing done.
What? Are you smoking?
Super Duper John, I might be back in Arizona the next month. Nice.
I'll be gone then, too.
Jeez.
I love Super Duper John. I was bummed that I had to leave the same weekend he was in town.
I might be back in at the
Especially
end
since it sounds like Chris totally took advantage of you and cheated a lot.
we actually had a TO.
It was Jordan, so that doesn't count.
What do you mean it doesn't count? He was teaching us how to play.
You've met Jordan, right?
I have.
Okay.
I beat Jordan.
How did he allow that to happen?
It was on a technicality.
Oh. What was the technicality?
Well, I was asking him some questions on how I should do something, and he's like, "Well, you should do it this way." And I went, "Okay." So we did it that way. And then as we were playing it out, I was realizing like I should have done it the other way. And so we played it out as if we had done it the way I originally wanted to, since he talked me out of it as the teacher. And that's how I won.
Wow.
Otherwise, I would have lost.
I see. Chuck says, I heard Jabe ask him what kind of Kringle he wants at Gen Con. He's right here, Chuck.
What
you
is
can ask
Kringle? Oh, and Chuck, I have great news for you, by the way.
You're bringing Nova Orange?
Well, yeah, but brushes showed up yesterday. So I will have brushes at Gen Con.
Nice.
I will have sable sets. I'll have synthetic sets. Dry brush sets. We'll have them all, man.
Baneblade is asking, what is Rust again? I'm glanced a mention of it, but yes, Rust is one of the next colors in set 2. It's our one-step Rust color. Well, you have butt sets.
We will have butt sets.
Really?
I think so.
Look at that. I did not know that.
At Gen Con?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have butt sets.
Oh, okay. Well, if I know where all the spending money is going instead of artwork this year at Gen Con, hey, we'll be there.
Yep, and we'll have the new paints. It's going to be a good time.
There you go. Are you taking Wizard's Butt there?
Yeah.
Like, not the sets, but Wizard's Butt
Uh-huh.
color?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Well.
Guys, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. And Gen Con doesn't let... It's not that they don't let us. They don't... They tell you not to bring stickers, because if they find the stickers placed anywhere, you get big fines.
Right.
So I'm bringing something that's better than stickers.
Oh.
That you can't stick everywhere. So
The tattoos?
You should stop by the booth. I may or may not have some temporary tattoos left over.
Oh, from
Some of the tattoos from
nice.
Adepticon would be great.
Yeah, and I have them all packed up, and ready to go.
Philip says, Slim Jims?
Not Slim Jims, Phil. We can pack those for you.
Oh, right. Philip's going. I keep forgetting about that.
Philip will be there. It'll be myself, Philip, Alex, and then my mother.
Nice.
Which is both can be used as a joke and as serious.
My mother.
Shannon will be there.
Do you guys do any East Coast shows?
We sponsor Nova.
Uh-huh.
We don't travel to any East Coast shows, though. There aren't any that are big enough. PAX East, but it isn't really built for us. I know GW does paint and takes at PAX Unplugged and stuff like that, but we haven't really bought into those shows as of yet. We're still got them on our radar to figure out if it's something that we do in the future. We would love to go to every show. Just very, very hard.
Yeah.
As a small business to make it everywhere we wish we could.
Yeah. And Jason, what colors are you using right now?
Right now I'm using Bright Shadow Flesh. And I have been just kind of with my skin tones mixing them together as I go to get a little bit of brightness added in to each additional layer. This is a, it's a character model. It's just a solo in the game, so it's not like one of your, it's not a leader model. But it's a very imposing model on the table. So it's something you want to spend some time on.
Hoffman says, do you guys know if TSA will give me issues if I try to fly with your paint as a carry-on?
I just took paint on the carry-on. It's all about the volume of paint they'll let you take, right?
Oh, okay.
The bottles are 25 mil bottles. Well, they're listed at 22, so you actually get the benefit of them being size smaller on the label than the bottle actually is.
Right.
But yeah, you can take liquids on the plane. They're not against them. It's just that, like, if you take a Go Bag Evo that has 96 colors, they might balk at 96 of them because the total volume of paint that you've got with you on the plane exceeds what they want or is allowable.
Yeah.
And that total is pretty small, and you have to, like what I did in my carry-on luggage is I put them close to the shampoo and things that I had in my travel kit.
Yeah.
So that if they do, because technically, according to the rules, you're supposed to have all your liquids in the same bag, and you get a quart bag, and whatever fits in the quart bag you can take. But yeah, you can take paint. And here's the problematic part. I've been places where I've taken a Go Bag Neo filled with 48 colors, and it's been fine. And then people have said, no, even you kind of need to have them understand what it is you're putting through.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can have your carry-on. I tend to check my paints. I put them in my checked luggage.
Yeah, me too.
And then I take the stuff that would have gone in my checked luggage in place of the paints. I take it in my carry-on.
Which then you could use your Evo as a carry-on.
Yeah, I use my Evo as a carry-on. I put clothes in it, whatever else.
It's huge without those. I mean, it's just a huge bag. So it will carry a lot of stuff, even in the back compartment. Somebody had a question up here. Hey, folks, any tips on working one-step / contrast types over cloaks in flat areas? Thank you.
Sure.
Any tips?
Just do it. When you say flat areas.
Like cloaks.
Cloaks. So let me show you the way these guys all turned out. Right? This is all a bunch of flat panels on armored jacks. Now they have details on them, but a lot of these that I did were bigger areas, and I just glommed it on. I just took our BAB, which stands for Big Ass Brush, and loaded it up and slopped it on. And you get very consistent output so long. The biggest problem with doing large areas is that we tend to not put enough material on the brush when painting with things like contrast or one step.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is flood the brush. Let me see if I can find an example here. Yeah. So here's something that's like a cloak. It's this bat wing, but I would consider that to be flat enough. There's not a lot of detail to catch it. You're not relying on it pooling amongst the details of armor panels and such. So if we take a one-step color, this is probably going to be a really bad test. Maybe not. It has some paint on. This has been hand oiled to death. So let's see how it works. Let's grab something. Let's grab one of the new colors.
Do dark brown.
Let's grab olive yellow.
Or that one. I really wanted to be a dark brown.
Yeah, I don't care what he wanted. I choose the opposite most of the time.
I know, so I always have to work in like, hey, if I need something, I'll say the opposite.
Said, olive yellow, Jason. And I go, no, dark brown.
I love olive yellow. I'm so
definitely
glad.
Don't use dark brown.
Little does he
I
know.
would prefer anything except dark brown, and then I'll choose dark brown.
Little did he know I wanted olive yellow.
Reverse psychology is king.
Olive yellow is a great color.
I love olive yellow.
It's an amazing color.
They're
all of them are so good.
So again, large area, get a large brush. I'm going to, if I have one over here, do I have a BAB? No, but I have a big number 6, so we'll grab a big number 6. So there's a number 6, Pro Synthetic number 6, right? Big brush, as opposed to like the brush I'm painting with currently, right?
Yeah. Big brush.
Get a big brush. Get a little bit damp.
Big brush.
And then load it with paint. I mean, more paint than you would ever want to paint anything else with, right? The whole brush is loaded. And then when you do an area like this, you want to start at the beginning and pull all the way to the end if you can. If not, you want to come back and finish out that area all at one stroke.
Look at that.
Go back and grab another brush load and come back and just load it on there, right? When I say flood the area, obviously I don't mean that when you're done it drips onto the floor, but you want enough paint to where you cover it all, right? And that it doesn't give it the ability to show brush strokes and to pool. A lot of times what people do incorrectly when painting with these paints is they don't put enough on the brush, and then when they try to cover, it starts to not cover right, and they start doing this.
Yeah.
Right? And you're pushing it around,
Dude,
and you might get it to load up and start thinning out, right? And you're squibbing it in all directions to try to get it to cover, and now you might get it to where it's a little messier. I've got a little bit more pigment building up in weird areas, as opposed to over here where you can see it's a nice, even, and saturated coat with lots of shading. Here I don't have the same shading along the tines. So again, go back and load it up, and then go in and really just cover it in one stroke.
So good what it does over the black.
And you can do it on tanks. You can do it on things you wouldn't normally think of doing these types of paints on, because it will cover very, very nicely. And even though the side of a tank won't have a lot to grab, it will still give good coloring, right? And it'll still pool around the rivets and things like that if you're doing rhinos and stuff like that. But that's it. It's really that easy. It's about not being afraid to have all of that liquid on the brush, because we talk about how bad it is to have too much liquid on the brush when doing everything else we do. Mm-hmm. And your brain gets tuned to where I want just the right amount of liquid on the brush, paint, medium, thinner, all that, so that it doesn't pool up. Because that when you're painting normally, like when I'm painting this, I don't want anything to pool up, right?
Yeah. But
if I were to go in and paint this cloak with one step, I want enough liquid that it pools up, because that's what this paint is supposed to do. And when I say pool, it's not supposed to go and pool up and be blotchy at the end, but you want enough paint that it flows over the whole surface in one brush stroke if you can, right? That's the key. That's literally the key. Every time I've seen our paint or contrast paints or whatever not turn out the way people expected, it's because they're painting with them as if they were regular paints.
Yeah.
The same goes for using washes. Can you paint them on? Sure, but you can't expect the outcome that you're looking for. I can go in with a one-step paint like this. I don't want to do it on this one.
Trigger 40K saying, can you glaze with one step too?
100%. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I can go in and glaze with it where I don't want to cover an entire area like that, right? So instead of just loading my paintbrush up fully, I can come over here like I normally would, and I can wick some of the color off. So where I just have enough liquid to paint with, and then I could come in here and I can glaze with it, and I can just put a nice coloring to give her this jaundice green over that gray skin tone I've got. And it still blends nicely with the gray. It doesn't do what one step's meant to do in terms of piling up and giving you shadow and contrast on the model, but it gives a really good coloration, and it doesn't pool up. But that's what you're going to get. And if you were to try to do that on a cloak that just had a zenithal, then you would get a very uneven distribution of color, because it's really relying on your brush stroke, as opposed to the back of the wings here where it's going to stay wet for a while, right? But it's going to pile up and really do the job well.
Look at that.
But here, where I just did it as a slight tint to the coloring of the skin, right, or I can show you on the hair here where you can see it, it's just kind of like a slight yellowish tint on that.
Yeah.
Right? So it'll work great for both. You have to know what the expectation should be based on how you're painting with it. If you want to have it act like that speed paint style application, you need a lot of moisture on your brush to do that. If you want to use it as a glaze or filter, then take more of that off and treat it like normal paint, like you would for a normal glaze. It does all of it very, very easily. And that's the power of one step, is that you don't have to put any thinners in it, other than water. You just go for it. So you can put one color on the palette, use it a million different ways.
Nice.
That's what we were doing yesterday with the gray on here, the graphite gray. We did one of the wolves with just the graphite gray. Then we went back and thinned the graphite gray out and used it as a shade tone on the white, right? So I get this nice shadow on the white fur away from my light source because I went back with the gray on it. And so it allows me to use it as a detail, almost like a wash or a glaze in that way, to get a lot more volume on the fur. Because this fur is sculpted pretty well, but it's still kind of loose and has some flat spots. So shading did a lot of good for it. But I can just use the same gray. I don't have to do anything other than leave more water on my brush. and it works fantastic. It'll either do full-on gray, like this wolf, or it'll do the shadow on here and not give me that gray on the top of this very almost white color. It just goes into the recesses as soon as I add more water to it and just darkens those up like a wash would.
See, we were just kind of talking about that. How's One Step different than contrast or speed paint?
The idea is that it has more opacity to start with so that you can thin it more and control it more. It is smoother in its application so that it doesn't pool up and give you all that coffee staining. It makes it look like you actually painted the model, right?
Yeah.
To give you an idea, well, let's see. Yeah, so to give you an idea, when we look at these that I'm doing here, right? Pop in super close. It doesn't have that blotchiness. And this was literally just spread on with a huge brush like I just showed you. Just like I might as well have just dipped this model in it. And it gives me a good coloration for black armor. I didn't do a super bright pre-highlight on it because I wanted it to be dark, but I put the dark blue black over it. I get a really nice black armor that all I'm having to do is do edge highlighting on, and all the rest of the highlighting is taken care of. But it doesn't look all blotchy. I don't get buildup of color like I do with those other ones, even when I'm messy and doing it really fast. I didn't care. I just want to see how it worked. And boom, I put it on these big models and didn't have any problem with it. Like on the face of the shield. It's just a good, smooth application of color.
Yeah.
That I can go back and do the edge highlighting on, and then my black armor is done. It's that easy, right? So you can see the brightness on the shoulder here is just an edging of the bright blue-green. Or bright green-blue. And, yeah, so it's super easy. It's very smooth. It mixes with itself and other acrylics much better than any other brand does, and that it doesn't have an oily consistency. The colors don't swirl and make mud. You can literally just mix them. So if you take the, on this... when I take the dark blue black, if I just wanted to mix like white blue into it for my highlight, I could and get a highlight color that I can edge highlight with. I've been doing a lot of that. So it just makes it so simple to treat it as if it's just another color in your paint line. Mix, blend, airbrush with it. These guys, my towel is the same dark blue black but airbrushed instead of glommed on with the brush. So here it gives you a very smooth application over a pre-highlight of royal purple and pale yellow. And so it gives it a little bit of a greenish look because it's letting that pale yellow show through. And so this works really well. And the airbrush applies super great. And then you can also just spread it on with a brush. So it has super flexibility in how you use it. You won't run out of stuff. The dark blue black has already gone on like 3 or 4 armies around here, and all of them look different. Right.
Matthias was saying, I also really, really want dark blue black as the standard pro acryl paint.
Oh, yeah.
They're dope.
Right. So those two look completely different. They're both done with dark blue black, as is this one, which looks different again. So all of these armor colors, see if I can get them all in the shot together and still close enough to be able to tell. Yeah, like that. Right. Well, I wanted to be closer because you can't tell. Yeah, there you go. Right. So all 3 of these are done with dark blue black over different base coat colors.
Yeah.
And you notice how they all have subtle differences with one color used. These 2 were airbrushed. This one was glommed on with a brush. But you get amazing coloration, the ability to get your base tones done. I now have 3 black armored armies that look different enough that when you put them on the shelves, they won't look the same, but I just used the same color and almost the same method. This had royal purple and yellow. This one has black and grays, and this one is black and white as your base tones, and then the dark blue black over the top. And just by applying it with a brush, I get a little bit different shading and highlighting than when I do it with the airbrush over almost the same tones. So it's great. Some people come in here, they don't know who I am, and that's fine, right? I paint in many different ways. I don't have a single style. I just expect paint to do what I want it to do. So if I'm learning something new or doing something I've done for 50 years, I want the paint to just do it. And I never used contrast or speed paints because they can't do that. They have not a singular use. They can glaze and filter and do all these other things, but they take more of you need to know more to make them more useful. If you just buy them and you put them on the model like slap chop, they work great. They're just too splotchy for me, so they never found a place in my workflow. And then they didn't thin out and become useful as glazes and filters without a lot of playing around with mediums and messing with them to get them to thin properly, and the consistency was off. So they just were never anything that interested me. So we held off for a long time until we found a way to present that same application of being able to use that very quick. This was all done. All of these wolves were done with one step. Right? The only non-one-step color on these wolves is the magenta wash that I added in with the one-step color to get the pinkishness on the feet.
Here's your 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning for the giveaway.
So now it just works. Now it's a paint that works into almost every model I do. I use one step somewhere in that model because I do so much filtering and glazing that they just are so useful that I don't have to mix, and I just put a little water on my brush and they give me perfect application every time.
And C says, very cool. Was that over zenithal, white zenithal? What happens if you use it over black?
Well, if you put any non-opaque color over black, you will make your black a little bit of a different color, but it won't work the way you want it to. It's going to put that brighter color in the shadows and the creases and stuff. So the one-step contrast and speed paint style colors over black will give you a chromatic black that can look really cool. So if you were to paint a whole model black and then like airbrush one of your one-step colors of, say, blue over the top of it, then you would get a bluish black base coat that would be really rad. But it isn't going to give you the same contrast. It's just going to give you a color. If that makes sense, right?
Oh, it makes sense.
Jeff Brando says, my doggies made their poops. We are
5
ready.
minutes. There's your 5-minute warning. We're going to pull names in about 5 minutes. There's going to be 3 winners today. Make sure you hit that link that I just posted.
I use everything. For the question that said, do I use my standard base coats of black and white? Yeah, so you can see on these elves, my vampire elves, where we're doing this. This is the same army as this guy, right? So this black was done, or this black armor was done over just a black and white quick zenithal, right? So I have black base, white on top, right? And then I went through and dry brushed it with white again to pick up some of the edges. So if I go in super close here, you'll see that you can see that there's an edge highlight almost, and you can see some of the texture from the dry brush. I do that because they have a lot of sharp angles on them, and so the dry brush helps to pick out a lot of those harder edges that really one step and those types of paints will love if the edge is brought out in a brighter detail. So I will typically do the zenithal, and then I will do a dry brush of something like white just to pick the edge out if I want to go super fast. But that's all it was black and white on these. On the towel, these were done with royal purple, which you can kind of see in the shadows. You've got a royal purple, and then pale yellow. And the pale yellow with the blue-black over the top of it gave it that greenish hue, as opposed to this that is, you know, the standard dark blue-black. You don't have the green in it. So that was a cool mistake that happened when we were painting another model. Not a mistake. We were just showing people how different undercoat colors work differently with a one-step, and I really fell in love with this chromatic black that tints a little bit green. And so our whole army for Tau is now painted that way, and that works great. And then these wolves are all done with, you can see here, red oxide.
Yeah.
And then over the top of the red oxide, warm flesh. So, you know, the idea is that you just want to pick a dark color for your shadow and a bright color. And typically I use a cool color for the shadow, like dark purple, Payne's gray, dark blue, things like that. But you can use a warm shadow too when I'm doing things that are more like nature, you know, wolves, bears, trees, things that are, you know, elves. I like things that are out in nature to have a warmer shadow to them. And so here I chose red oxide, and you can see how the red oxide gives me a really neat shadow tone underneath the fur color and all of that. So red oxide, warm flesh to give me a peachy kind of highlight color. It's not as bright as white, but I knew I was going to be doing some of the wolves in our bright slate gray, which is the base tone that I would use for white. And here it just makes a fantastic gray wolf pelt. But it also looks good underneath the browns and the grays that I have too. It keeps them looking like they're dirty, right? You can even see like on the rock, it makes it feel like it's you know, dirty stone by having that red undercoat, which is great. So any color works. Just pick one dark shade and one bright highlight. They don't have to be black and white, but black and white will give you the best contrast, the most intense undercoat that you can, so that your one-step colors will have more punch because there's more contrast on the model to start with. Here it'll be a little bit more subtle the way the one-step works because the colors aren't as far apart. You know, the red and the warm flesh aren't as far apart as black and white would be. But it will still give you the setup of light and volume on the model. It'll just be a little bit more muted if you don't go with high contrast colors like black and white.
What's the perfect ratio or the proper ratio for special sauce to base pro acrylic paint, says Frigid? I need to use the restroom.
I usually do about 2 or 3 to 1. And I get really good results with that. You know, and I don't have to use a lot of dampness on my brush. Just treat it like a normal one-step color, and it works really, really well. There are going to be more colors like titanium white, coal black, those type of colors, pale yellow, that are more opaque, right? Those colors will maybe use like 3 or 4 to 1 medium to paint. You'll have to test that if you pick one of those colors and it's being too dark, like still giving you too much color, thin it a little bit more. But 2 or 3 to 1 has been perfect for me, whether through the airbrush or on the brush. Wash your hands, you filthy C- producer. I know, right before the giveaway, he just has to go pee.
So harsh.
I don't know this guy. You filthy C- producer. Little Billy, what if he were here to read that? Would you be happy with what you just did to Chris's feelings? Yeah, 5-minute warning, uses the bathroom right at the time of the giveaway. Right? He never thinks about what he does. He's all over the place, this guy. Yeah, giveaway's forthcoming. It's supposed to be right now, but he had to go pee, so I claim no... I'll show you what the colors are in the meantime. The bright slate gray that I just showed you, that's what we did the wolves in. Or the white wolf in. That's that color. Woohoo! Looks great. Over the top of the red and the warm flesh that you can see here, that's what it did. So you can see the opacity gives you a good coloring, but we still get the nice reddish tone in the shadows. Still allows all that to show through. I haven't put anything else on there other than more gray for shadows to darken up the shadows where I needed it. But the red still shows up really nicely. Right? So bright slate gray. We have dark green blue, which is fantastic. Dark purple. The olive yellow that we showed a minute ago. The bronze yellow, which is kind of a brownish, orangish yellow, which is amazing. Rust. Rust had come out at Adepticon, but is now included in the set. Deep blue. Right? I should put them... Oh, well. Yellow-green. Black. Just regular, pure black. No bluish tint to it like the dark blue-black.
That's going to be really cool for making like a really nice wash, black wash. Right?
Dark turquoise. We already have an amazing black wash.
I meant just if you wanted to get it like really
scarlet red.
down.
If you're doing Blood Angels, scarlet red will knock your socks off. It's amazing. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, and dark brown. Dark brown. That's it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it.
All right, here we go. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to pick 3 winners, but we have to cycle through each one because sometimes people aren't here. So I want you to hold your applause till the very, very end. So no congrats until the end.
He's very mean.
So make sure you do that because you don't want to spam it. Hey, you know what?
Last week we got it in 2.
That's why they pay me the bucks.
Last week we got it in 2, and the week before we got it in 3.
I am going...
We're picking 3 winners, so usually when we do multiples like this, it takes us a while.
That's right.
But we're all going to cross our fingers and toes and get it in 1 for all 3. Like, we're going to give away 3 things for the first 3 people called. How about that? Let's think positive.
I hope you're thinking positive out there, world.
Yeah, I showed the bright slate gray first.
Bright slate gray. Great color.
That's the white color we did the wolves in. So the big wolf in, to give you an idea.
So we're going to go through these, and we're going to keep going until you guys say. So in all the chats, I have them all up. Just make sure you call out, I'm here, and then, obviously... I know after the fact you're going to message Gabe on our Discord. Is it Monument Gabe now?
Monument Gabe.
Monument Gabe. That's who you will message if you're a winner. And here we go. Jason, are you ready?
I'm never ready.
Gabe, are you
You're
ready?
giving my stuff away for free.
I'm always ready.
Worse than
The
free, we
first
got to
winner
send it to him.
Is Randy Shoemake.
Randy Shoemake.
I can't say it any different. Randy Shoemake.
Is slate neutral or bluish? Yes, slate. The bright slate gray and its slate gray partner in the normal line are bluish colors.
Randy Shoemake, are you there?
That's why you have this kind of little bit of shift towards bluishness in the gray fur, which I think works great for the wolf.
Randy Shoemake, are you there?
Cactus Randy.
Cactus Randy,
Says
that's
that's
me.
me.
Cactus Randy, is that you? Cactus
We got
Randy?
it in 1!
Cactus Randy! Woohoo!
See?
No congrats.
See what,
Hold your congrats.
See what PMA does for you? This is
Wow.
what we do around here.
Cactus Randy, hit up there. Hold your congrats, you crazy fun kid.
No, we congratsed him because he won and he was here.
Well, then it's going to take us
Cactus
a while.
Randy, message me
That's
on
right.
Discord.
Yep.
Monument Jabe, message me on Discord.
Perfect. All right. Are we ready? That's awesome. Here we go. Cactus Randy, congratulations for the next winner of set 2. Wow, we're going quick. 1 second. Let's see. Jane. So, single Jane.
That's it.
Just Jane. Jane, this one might.
I don't
this
know.
one might be tough. There it is. Jane, this one might be a tough one. Jane, are you there, Jane? It's just Jane.
I don't know.
That one's a
we may
tough
have
one.
Jane?
Jane.
Just Jane.
Just Jane, man.
It's
Jane.
not. It's just Jane.
It was all Bronto.
Yeah.
Jane Doe? No, just Jane.
Just Jane.
All right, that one's a tough one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give
Why
you
is
a
that
little
tough?
time.
Somebody out there is named Jane.
Of course it is.
And know that they
along
did
with
it.
probably 150,000 other people.
Name Jane.
Plain Jane?
Yeah, we're giving away
Jane.
One Step Set 2, which is the second 12 colors to make it 24 total One Step colors. And then Set 3 comes out on Black Friday, if all goes well.
Yeah.
There will be, by the end of the year, hopefully 36
He's keeping
One
an eye
Step
out.
colors. How about all that?
He's keeping an eye out.
This is the year of One Step. We have a
Jane.
bigger plan. We weren't done at 12.
Would you believe Treebeard is Jane? I don't think so.
Gillenborn, it is pronounced Jane. Yes, thank you.
It's pronounced.
It's pronounced Jeanne.
It's pronounced Gillenburn to Jane.
What if I say Jeanne and somebody goes, oh, now it's me.
Oh my gosh, Jane, are you there?
It's Jane. Jane.
Going once for Jane.
Jeanne.
Going
Jane.
twice for Jane. Jane, I'm so sorry.
What?
I'm moving on.
You said going once, going twice.
And
What
I
the?
did. The last one was my official.
It's only twice.
Okay.
Jane Tomaton.
That's not correct. The next winner is Ronnie Rogers, baby.
Ronnie
Rogers.
Ronnie Rogers is a 1950s call out man. Yes, we also Ronnie Rogers. Ronnie Rogers, are you there?
Ronnie Rogers.
I'm looking at all of our
Step up to
chats.
the microphone and claim your One Step Set.
Jane and cabbage. I don't know, bunions and cabbage.
Jane and Cabbage.
It is
Wait
a
a
diner
minute.
vibe
I see
name.
what's happening here.
Ronnie Rogers, baby. Are you there, baby? Ronnie Rogers. Ronnie Rogers hitting from the back. Rowdy
Roddy Rogers.
It's Ronnie Rogers,
Ronnie
baby.
Rogers.
Ronnie Rogers, right there. The OG Ronnie. Give you a little
Hello,
bit of
Ronnie.
time. Reason why we give a little bit of
Hold.
time, and then it becomes like an avalanche. Then we go fast.
Hold
Hold. Then we start going
until
really
you
fast.
see the whites of their eyes. Ronnie Rogers, you got to be here.
Yellow.
Jeff Brando, I'm still in the shower. It's not working for me, Frigid Phoenix.
That's what's frigid.
Yeah.
Cactus Randy was number 1. That's great. Cactus Randy, make sure you hit up Gabe.
You ever been to a Turkish prison? You ever seen a grown man naked?
Do you like gladiator movies?
Scraps is a boy dog.
Ronnie Rogers going once. Going twice.
So One Step Set 2 is available in mid-August. You got it. To the general public, it's available next weekend at Gen Con, end of July, beginning of August at Gen Con. So if you're going to Gen Con, you can pick it up there. Gabe will have it. He will throw them at you gladly. Tell you to go long. After you paid for it, of course.
All right, next winner is
Dylan Broussard.
Dylan
Broussard.
Dylan Broussard. Dylan Broussard.
You like when Gabe throws stuff at you? Dylan Broussard. With a D. Broussard with an O-U-S-A-R-D. Broussard.
Broussard.
That's not a real name? Sure it is.
It is. It's right here typed.
Dylan.
So is many of these other ones.
Yep, there you go. Broussard. Chess boxing ogre. Is that you? No.
Dylan Broussard.
Hello, Dylan.
Sounds like a hockey player.
Yeah, it is. It's like Dylan Broussard is like a 6'4" defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. Les Habitants.
Totally does.
It's as made up as Jane. All words are made up. I was telling
That's
Jose
right.
that yesterday.
All words are made up.
I was like,
Jason,
everything's
that is
made up,
correct.
man.
Technically, you are correct.
I was
and
trying to
legally
explain to
as well.
Jose yesterday that mathematics is just made up.
Everything's made up.
I mean, it's kind of true.
Damn, I'm never gonna win. False. Not with that attitude.
Sniper Corgi says, I just want him to call my name so I can see how they pronounce it.
That's
I'll
not
nail
my
it every
name.
time. Chris, not so much.
No, I'm not.
When will the set go on sale online? Around August 12th in the US and slightly after in the EU. Unfortunately, we can't release at the same time in the EU this year because our EU team is on their summer break at the time of Gen Con and all of this. So it sets us off a week or two in Europe, but very close.
All right,
they'll have
moving on.
stock and they'll be ready to go as soon as they're back in and shipping.
Dylan going once.
Dylan Broussard, last chance.
Going twice.
Quit pooping.
Okay, I give so many warnings.
You gave a warning and then went to the bathroom.
I did. I made an example. I did even myself. Next one. The next winner is
Yes. All the local stores will get it before the August 12th date.
Dan Uzo.
Dan Uzo.
Dan Uzo.
Yeah, the sets will go out to local game stores. They've already got their pre-orders starting to come in. I think we had well over 100 stores that had placed pre-orders already.
Hey, if you got a store
That's
near
continuing.
you,
That's
tell them to get us.
continuing. Sarcastic Gramp goes, I'm chatting and pooping. You got it. You understand.
Dan Uzo.
Dan Uzo. No, it's just Uzo. No,
Dan
Uzo.
Uzo. Yes, and if you have a store near you and they don't carry us, make sure they hit
Sandwich
us
Bro,
up.
that's awesome.
They can hit us up at support and we'll get them hooked up.
0 giveaways, 0 good models painted at 7 bad airplane jokes.
Dan Uzo.
Uzo is a Turkish alcohol. It's horrible, by the way. It will kill you.
Dan Uzo.
Uzo will kill you.
Dan Uzo.
One Step Set 2 launches on your birthday, August 12th. Which light? Yaha!
Dan Uzo.
Yeah, our target is August 12th for the online store and in your local gaming store if they don't receive it sooner. So local gaming stores are always able to sell the set when they receive it. So talk to your local gaming store. Make sure that they have their pre-order in. If they get it in time, which is the clock is ticking, then they can sell it as soon as they get it. And they will normally, the first ones to order usually get it long before the street date. You know, a few days, weekend before the street date, which is great.
All right, I'm moving on.
Get some hype going.
The next winner is
What is this, number 5? We were going so well. Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig, are you there?
Speak up.
Andrew Craig.
Or I'm just going to start throwing these through the internet. Whoever it hits gets it. Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig.
Is that you? Because you're winning some paints.
Drains and Games, all you have to do, no, you can be on any of the platforms. You have to hit that link, and I can repost it here for you right now. 1 second. Giveaway. There it is.
Randall
right
Schmucker. No, we didn't call that name. What's the current one?
there. This is
Dan Craig?
Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig, are you there?
Super Duper John says he has a problem. Are you just stating this as a fact?
I got a fever.
Andrew Craig.
Nope, you can be on any Drains and Gaming. You can be on any of our platforms. Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, Facebook.
Big Mike Wood, how come you're already acting exactly like the team here? That's very scary to me. Hugh G. Mungus. And Drew Craig. Malort, also bad, will kill you. Pretty much all alcohol will kill you. Andrew Craig.
Andrew Craig.
Hello? Are you there?
All right, going on. Here we go.
Andrew Craig.
Going once.
I want to know every time I do the knock, how many people's dogs start barking.
You mean like this?
No,
Who
mine's,
is it?
Mine's
That
way
just
better.
sounds like somebody's shooting at.
It's a gavel. Or in the court.
Yeah, but mine's better. Yeah, breathing is the leading cause of death.
All right,
Living is the leading cause of death.
I'm moving on.
How many people have won already? One person?
Adrian's
person. Here we
brush.
go.
What do you mean you're here? What does that mean? Adrian's brush.
Adrian's brush.
Are you one of the names we've called? Are you Andrew Craig? Or are you just
Andrew
joking?
Craig.
Are you just joking? Are you watching Tic Tac
Are you joking?
and all the other stuff?
Oh, of course I am.
He wasn't.
No, actually I am.
You better be watching TikTok.
I am. It's literally right here. Andrew Craig, going once. Going twice. Andrew Craig. I don't think
Despite
that's you,
living in
Adrian
Chicagoland
Rush.
for 40 years, you've dodged Malort. Good on you. I was not as lucky. I went to Chicago once, drank Malort, nearly didn't leave.
If I would win, I'm here. No.
Okay.
That's not how that works. All right, the next winner is Blizzy Blake.
Blizzy Blake.
It's one word, Blizzy Blake.
Blizzy Blake.
Blizzy Blake, are you there?
Blizzy Blake.
It's like when you hover over like a character in a game and they say their name. Blizzy Blake.
Blizzy Blake. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Blizzy Blake.
Blizzy Blake, are you there?
Yeah, that name got called before.
It did
yes.
actually has been called before.
Yep. Blizzy Blake.
Yep. But they were not here the last time, too. No, you do not, Hanzo Salt. You do not need to be on Twitch. I am watching you currently right now. Blizzy Blake.
Yeah, YouTube, TikTok.
We got them all open.
You can, as long as you type in the chat you're sitting in, we will see you.
Mm-hmm.
Blizzard Shake. Cake Shake.
Cake.
I got a shake from what's the place everybody loves in Chicago that's really bad hot dogs?
I'm not going to answer
Portillo's.
that one.
Portillo's. And I got just a regular shake because the cake shake's horrible. I got a regular chocolate shake. It was also horrible.
Blizzy Blake, are you there?
The only thing Portillo's makes it's good is their cheeseburger. They do make a good burger.
Blizzy Blake. Not here. I might, yeah.
All right.
Move on.
Blizzy
All right.
Blake, we're leaving you again.
The next winner is
Kareem Valdez.
Kareem Valdez. I think I've seen a name close to that one.
Kareem Valdez.
Kareem Valdez.
Be here. We need you here. We need you here. This is number 6 or 7 or something.
Hey. Kareem Valdez.
Kareem Valdez.
Kareem Valdez. Kareem Valdez.
Sandwich, bro, what? You liked me until I said I didn't like Portillo's? I'm not afraid to admit it.
Kareem Valdez. Are you there? Kareem Valdez. Are you there? Kareem Valdez.
Portillo's makes a great Italian beef. Jen liked it, I think, too. But yeah, I'm not a fan.
It's a tough time when Jason gives a hot take.
Spaghetti says I'm Eddie
during a
Valdez.
giveaway.
Does that count? It does count, just not right now.
When Jason gives his hot take on a giveaway, and everybody's like, "What do you mean you don't like Portillo's?" I'm trying to look for names here.
We lose a big percentage of our followers. You'd rather have Ted's hot dogs?
No, everybody just comments. Kareem Valdez, are you there?
Kareem Valdez. You know you want it. Step up to the mic. Claim your prize.
Kareem Valdez. Kareem Valdez. Man.
James Serum, it's Kareem Valdez. We've given away 1. We're stuck on number 2 right now. We gave away 1 and 1.
Yeah.
And now 2 and 6 is what we're having. It's Kareem,
anymore.
not Cream.
I do not care
Kareem,
about
like
the count.
Abdul Jabbar, except Valdez.
I do not keep count anymore.
Sniper Corgi, awesome. Yeah, just have him come out of the booth.
All right, going once. Kareem
No such
Valdez.
thing as a good hot dog. Wait a minute. I had 2 hot dogs for lunch.
Going twice.
Gas station hot dogs.
I'm moving
QT.
Okay, the next winner. Maybe we've got one.
Rob McMenemy. Rob McMenemy.
Rob McMenemy.
There was a lot of
Consonants.
no.
Rob McMenemy.
McMenemy. Rob McMenemy. Today's stream sponsored by QT.
No
Quick
free
Trip.
pub.
Quick Trip. I still got my tea. My massive half and half
We
tea.
could probably get sponsored by Quick Trip if we really
Quick Trip is
tried.
some of the best people watching in the valley.
That's what I'm saying. We could probably get it. Wait a second. Rob
McMenemy. McMahon, why don't you pick me? That's pretty good, actually.
My gosh, I can't. The hot
I'll say
takes.
that QT is the only gas station I trust any of their like roller food.
QT is goated. They
QT is
keep
the
a
only
good tab on it on this one up here.
Yeah.
There's always a dude there watching it, moving the sign, telling
Yep.
people when no way. I just put that on there.
Yep, it's the only one.
The real Quick Trip is with a K. I've seen that one. Ours is with a Q. The closest QT for you is in Tucson. They're all over up here.
Yeah.
All over. the QT brisket mac and cheese.
Story
Yeah, if you go to the
nice.
bar to order the hot food, I don't ever do that. I don't have time for that. We're on number 2.
And
No,
now-
this is number 8. I think next is number 8.
I don't keep count
Pick it.
anymore.
And now we have a Buc-ee's. You can go get.
We don't have a Buc-ee's yet.
You can go get meat.
It's not
at
real.
Buc-ee's.
It's too far out there.
I've been to all West cross-country travel, but I don't think we have one here.
Okay, the next one. Shane Filewood.
Shane Filewood.
Shane Filewood.
You guys got to be here.
Shane Filewood.
You guys got to
Chris
be
is-
here. You can't be doing this to us.
Chris has given up on the drum roll.
Shane
Nope.
Filewood.
I'm moving.
Come on, Shane. You can
Shane
do it. You
Filewood.
can do it. Jay Tyler, you are here late, but the giveaway is still going. We still have 2 of these wonderful set 2 one-step to give away. Shane Filewood.
Shane Filewood.
So close, Shailene. Yeah, it sounds sort of the same.
Shane. It's pronounced
Shane
chess boxing. ogre.
Filewood. File would have one step if they were here. I see what we're doing now.
We love it when people go watch the VODs and then they hear their name and then they comment on that VOD.
How
That's
many people,
happened more than a few times.
How
Yep.
many people do you think that we say their real life,
And they don't think about it because they're on the
Given
internet
name.
not thinking about their real name?
or
they're like,
they're
no, I'm
oh,
Booger
shoot,
Watcher.
or shoot, I didn't know I put that. I don't know
I'm
if people
Booger
know
Watcher
that.
426.
I don't deal with any of that. I deal with hard facts and numbers.
I don't know. What do you think that there are people who aren't getting the prizes because they're afraid to have their real name matched with their on-screen name?
I don't know. They probably. I mean, they wouldn't have put their real name.
It says literally put your handle.
It
Yeah.
puts both. It says
Or your
both.
real name.
Yeah, because some people also on Facebook. That's
Shane
another
Filewood.
thing. Facebook actually uses people's
Shane
names.
Firewood, this one's for you, but you're done. We're gone. Pick another one.
Yeah, Facebook uses full names technically too.
Phil said I can't read, so I put my real name.
Your mother named you Booger Watcher. Thank you very much. My real name is Booger Watcher, damn it.
Cassandra Elliott.
Cassandra Elliott.
Cassandra Elliott.
Cassandra Elliott.
So because we're
Please
giving,
be here.
Blame, but that's the thing.
Number
yeah.
9.
Chris, because we're giving away 2 things, could you pull 2
Number
names
9.
at a time?
Cassandra Elliott. Kira-san. Is that you?
No, too much.
Kirasan, is that me?
Kira-san is here. Cassandra Elliott. Yes, Kira-san.
Nice.
Cassandra Elliott. That's great.
Number 9. Cassandra, congratulations. Yay!
Cassandra Elliott.
All right, we're going to get the next one in one.
Cassandra Elliott.
We're going to get the next one in one, Chad.
Send
Fingers, toes, positive mental attitude. The next one in one.
Cassandra, send me a message on Discord. Monument Gabe. You can find me on the Monument Hobbies Discord. Shoot me a message.
Yep.
And we'll
Get you hooked up. Thank
we'll
you
get
so
that-
much
get that
for
set
participating.
sent
The
over
next winner. Okay.
It's my favorite thing, Super Duper. Is that you brought this, right? You're the one I
Super-duper,
have to
yep.
blame for it.
to you. Yeah.
It's the best. Nathan K. Heyman.
Nathan K. Heyman.
Nathan K.
Nathan
Heyman.
K.
Nathan Heyman. Step on up. We're going to get it in one. Nathan's here. I feel it. I feel it in my big toe.
You want to answer this question really quick, though,
I
Jason?
feel it in my big toe.
Yes.
You keep having problems with your paint streaking and not having good coverage. You're using a wet palette, which you're told is part of the problem. No, wet palette isn't part of the problem. Streaking, I would want to know what color it is, what you're painting it over. Help me understand what color you're using and what are you trying to put it over.
Yeah.
Nathan K. Heyman.
Nathan K. Heyman.
Sadly, Jason, that's just your bunions talking. I don't have bunions. Thank you very much.
Nathan K.
I'm old. I ain't that old.
Nathan K.
I don't know when bunions happen.
See,
but I
that
don't
was a
have
good example of somebody using their real name, and then we saw them in their Twitch name. Yes, we can verify that it's you, so you cannot lie to us.
Take your phone, Jeff.
Nathan K.
You're surprised Chris had the responsibility? Oh, he knows he doesn't have enough responsibility to hold it.
So I gave it to him. Too much power.
Nathan K. Heyman. Nice shot.
Drains in. You have to follow that link like that.
Do you ever purge the entries? No.
Nope.
Nope.
I keep a record of everybody who's won, who has an opportunity to win, because after
Yeah, the whole
big
idea with the year of
quarterlies-
the giveaway is you enter once, you're in for the distance. We just have to suffer through some of these. It happens almost every color you use, but you're using it over metallic colors. I mean, it shouldn't be an issue. Are you trying to glaze with them so you see the metallic colors underneath them? Is that the problem?
I'm moving on. Nathan K., you are not here.
All right, let's go. You can always lie. You will be found out. So, yeah, there you go.
Next winner is...
That's good, Elvish Oatmeal. Mike Rapetsky. Big Mike Rapetsky. He's probably like 2 feet tall.
Wow.
Mike Rapetsky. Step on up. Step on up. Anthony, I'll work it out with you in just a second. Let's get through this last giveaway. Make sure you keep Mike Rapetsky. Don't steal your big Mike Wood. His doesn't have a big on it. I just made that because I was used to saying your name. Sounds like a bully from a rom-com, a teen rom-com. Mike Rapensky. It's Mike Wazowski. Mike Rapensky.
Rapensky, are you there?
Gillenborn. It's Mike R.E. Pinsky. Mike Rapensky. You sure it's not James? James, are you James Rapensky?
No.
Is this your distant relative? Get on the horn. Call him up. Have him share the paints with you.
We will not give out personal
You
information.
should just send it to Europe. I'm pretty sure we never won. Oh, we've sent a lot of prizes to Europe already this year. All over the world so far.
Yeesh.
Jay Matthias, nope, unless your name is Mike Rapensky.
Yes, Jen, I just posted again. I will repost it. It's not... 1 second.
Mike
I'm gonna actually
Rapensky.
give
Mike
this
Rapensky.
1 second. Here we go.
The rust will look great on your Necrons. 100%. You feel it in your gout toe? Yeah, gout toe. Ugh, I had a friend that had gout. He said that was no fun.
Ugh.
Here's this from
All right, pick another one.
TikTok.
Mike, sorry. Better luck next time.
Check that one out. I got you, Jen. There's that one as well. Perfect. Okay, here we go. The next winner.
Typically, if you're trying to glaze, Anthony, if you're the one asking about the metallics, if you're trying to glaze over metallics so you can see the metallics and you're getting streakiness, you have too much fluid on the brush. Typically, you want to wick more moisture off your brush and apply less to the model so that you don't see the brush stroke. Because when you thin a paint out, the pigment is going to float a little bit no matter what the paint is. And then over the metallic, it's going to cause a lot of contrast where it's visible. So just wick more of the color off and see how that works for you. That's usually the best. If you're over thinning so where you wick most of the color off and you don't get any color on top of the metallic, then you're over thinning the paint. You need to make sure there's still some color there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Armando Aspiro? Armando Aspiro. I might be butchering that last name. Aispuro. Armando Aspiro. Armando, are you here? You really want to make a Cookie Mafia joke?
Hey, whoa. They
That
work
must be-
for it.
oh, that
They
is
work for the
Jade.
baking mafia.
That is Jade.
Jade. I know.
You live right by the store in Arizona? Ack Mills, really? Like up by our 3rd Street location? Armando.
Armando, are you there? I'm going to start moving real quick.
It's not a Spiro, no. It starts with an A.
Going once.
Armando, are you here? Armando!
Going twice.
Next! We're
Oh,
going
nice.
fast now. We're going fast. Only one set left to give away. And we're deep in the names today.
Craig?
Colson here.
Colson
looks like
here.
Colson here is your screen name. Your
Uh-huh.
real name is
Craig?
Craig.
Craig or
Colson here. Craig. Colson here. Is
That's what I
Colson
was-
here? There you go, Coyote Colson.
Coyote Colson.
Woo!
Nice.
For sure. Dunzos. We did
did
it.
it.
We did it, boys.
Nice.
Coyote Colson, message Monument Jabe on Discord. I'll talk with you and get you all squared away. So
We
get
did
this
it,
sorted.
boys.
Woohoo! Congrats, everybody.
So I don't know what I have around here that's metallic
writing
enough
that.
to glaze
Colson-
on and
Colson
give you any
here.
good details. Maybe?
Congratulations.
They will be the first 3 to get 1 step set 2.
Maybe
That's
this
true.
guy? That guy probably worked. It's a
That's a big deal.
really bad
Big deal.
silver spray paint, so I don't guarantee
Hopefully you guys
anything's gonna
love
work
it.
here. But we're going to try it anyway. What color? Andrew, what color were you glazing with that you're having the most problem with? You said almost any color, but can you...
Yeah, Anthony, did you have any specific color you're talking about?
Yeah, give me something specific, like a color that you're wanting to work.
Show us rust.
Skillless Basics. I didn't win, but can I email you and get a set anyway?
No!
Big Mike Wood, take it easy, man.
I'm waiting to see if Anthony responds.
Grumpy Kaiman, have a great night. Everybody who's tuning out, thank you for hanging out with us. Have a wonderful evening, but we're still painting. We're not going nowhere. Cyberspy says, can I see the one-step rust, please? Yeah, let me get through this. Remind me, we've got a person that was asking about glazing over metallics. I'm going to do that first.
Anthony, you were over in Facebook, which I'm watching, but I'm not seeing you there. I was wondering if they separate too much. Are you there, Anthony?
All right, I'm just going to...
Musa, thank you so much for that sub.
I'm just going to glaze with something over the top. I'm going to pick Jade. Why not? I'm going to use Jade.
Okay.
So obviously all of our colors will cover over the metallic very easily,
Right.
if you just paint over them, right? So, you know, if you just, with a little bit of moisture on your brush, you won't get any streakiness, you know, if you have enough fluid on the brush, it just covers, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm assuming this person is talking about is they're seeing streakiness when they start to want to glaze.
Right.
And so I will take a brush load of water, I'll thin out some of my jade here so I have a glaze consistency. And then what you want to do anytime you're painting with a less opaque color, whether you use water or medium to thin the opacity, you want to get rid of most of the color. I use my thumb palette, and I do this until I see that I can pull a fairly fine line and I'm not getting a lot of moisture when I hit the surface. Then when I come over here and I start glazing with it, I'm going to get a very nice consistent amount of color. Yeah, see this crappy silver spray paint that I used on this is going to bead up. So it may not work really well for showing you without the beading, but I will fight the beading to show you the consistency of the color here.
Leo, hit that link that I just put. That is our FLGS link. So hit that, and that will take you there to find the store near you.
Right, but by wicking most of the moisture off, you notice that at every brush stroke, I'm not getting little droplets of paint. The only reason why we're seeing texture here is because it's kind of beading on the surface of this metallic when it's thinner. But you'll notice that I'm able to move it around nice and smooth as a normal color would, and then just keep building up my color as I need to get it to work over that metallic.
Shailene, I always have paint on my hand. Yeah. Tends to do that.
So it doesn't get all blotchy. Other than, like I said, the surface tension is a little weird over this particular spray paint. It's a little waxy for whatever reason. I was testing a silver spray paint. It didn't work very well. It was like all frosted over. You can see it doesn't even look silver on the backside. Right? I mean, it is silver color, but not shiny. And then I get shiny spots. But anyway, when I don't have anything really good metallic here. Oh, I guess I could try one of the new ones here. Right. One of ours. Again, wick most of the color away. The problem that you get when you're going over any surface is if you have too much material on the brush, then you'll have a lot of water that you're having to push around, and that will cause all sorts of problems. Metallics will not cause any more problem than any other color, but you're going to want to keep your consistency there so that you can see the shine underneath it as you go. And so again, just make sure you're not piling up too much color as you go, and you'll get a nice finish. So I can glaze a little bit of jade over the top of that.
Yep.
And that was really, really thin. Tons and tons of water to show you how you can do a very, very light glaze and get a good interaction. Obviously, the less thinning you do, the less you have to fight it because you've got more opacity that's going to give you more color on every pass. But if you let it dry, then you can just keep doubling up on it.
Ooh, the Dork Depot. That's awesome.
And keep doing more and more
We'd love to hear
passes
that.
to build up more and more color over it, and you still get a colored metallic. Now, of course, another way to do this is to mix your metallic with the thin
Take it
color
easy, Ogre.
so that you can just create the metallic color that you want. You can do that either with the transparents, one-step colors, or regular opaque colors mixed with metallic. You've got lots of choices there.
Shailene's asking, what's your preferred way to remove the paint off your hand?
I just leave it till I shower.
Dork Depot, that's really
Our
cool,
paints
man.
are pretty strong depending on the colors you use.
I like
Metallics tend to come off pretty easy. Some colors that I use stay for 2 days, no matter what I do. I'm not gonna like scrub my hand with like
All
a
right, take it
pumice
easy,
or anything
Aquadish.
like that. But you know, if I use one of those fabric loofah things in the shower, and it typically takes it all right off. But yeah, if I just like wash my hand after stream, most of it won't come off. I'll go out to dinner or something, and it'll still be color all over my hand. Oh yeah, one-step rust. What do you want to see it over? What would you like me to put it over the top of?
Oh, Mo's
Again, I
asking,
don't
what's the
have-
difference between deep blue and one-step blue?
One's deep.
There you go.
They're
There's
different colors, Mo.
There's
What
the
heck?
science
What
for
do you mean,
you.
what's the difference? You've been here long enough. You know the drill. They're different colors.
Over black? Rust over black? I don't know about that one.
They're different colors.
Deep blue and blue. A deeper blue and a blue. There you go. Deep. There you go, Mo.
You know the drill. It's darker, but not dark blue.
It's it's deep blue.
It's deep blue.
I
Why
well,
call
I
it deep?
well, I didn't want to get lost in the deep blue. That's silly. Rust over a metallic, says Jeff before dishonor.
Now I got to find a metallic. I don't have a lot of things painted in
What about
metallic.
one of those atoms?
No. I mean, I guess I could. We've already done this one with the Payne's Gray.
Yeah,
Do you want me to just put rust over this?
that actually would be kind of cool.
Now they're just done. Now I've just used all the colors.
Was that with Payne's Gray
What is
wash
this
or,
one?
or
That was with Payne's Gray Wash,
Okay.
which is cool. Came out really great.
This one's really cool. This one we used magnesium, I think.
I don't remember.
And we used magnesium with one step. So let's do it over that one. So I can keep the newer metallic one done. This is magnesium, I think.
Isaac
either
Schaefer.
dark silver or I think it's magnesium because it has a little bit of a yellowish tone.
That's diabolical.
So this was magnesium with special sauce. So we showed how to do the current metallics with the special sauce to make it, and then I'll do rust over the top of that. How about that? How about them apples?
How about them grapes?
I don't respond to that kind of stuff.
Me neither.
Well, we give Chris attention.
Oh, the truth revealed. You didn't want to be on camera.
It's true.
That's on you. I could have had a camera on you.
So I'm just going to use a brush load that's kind of wet, right? So it leaves a little bit of moisture on my skin, that kind of wetness. I like showing it that it's not big droplets of moisture, but it's damp enough to make your skin shiny when you paint with it. And then I'm going to go over into the one-step rust. And again, just a big old boatload of it, and we'll put it over the top of the metallic.
Oh, that was funny. Whoa!
Oh, boy.
Show you how at kind of full volume it would work to give you a very rusty finish. And then on the arms, I'll do it more thinned down so you see how you can control it more. So if you want to use it as an overall color, that's what you get. Now, as I add a bigger brush load of water and thin it out more, treating it more like a thin down glaze style paint, then when I go and use it, it now will flow more into recesses, let more of that magnesium sit and act like a rusty wash almost, so that I can paint it on and get a little bit more nuance to it. Right, so if I pop in close here, you can see that a lot more of that magnesium shows through immediately when I thin it down. And that's just by having more water on my brush. It still tints the entire surface as I need, but now it's going to be a little bit more
This thing is fully rusted out.
of an additive, right? Now, if I just rinse my brush off and take a brush load of water, I can take it and still move it around. Even this that I put on before, I can take a wet brush and look at that. Look how fast I can move it to where I can kind of clear paint off the surface. It's not as workable as Noosh, but if I'm fast enough with it, then I can kind of remove stuff and give it an even better textured look. You can do this with any color, but not every color is going to respond as well to the effect that you're doing as something like rust will, right? So you can ladle it on fairly heavy, and then while you know it's still wet, move it around with a brush that doesn't have any paint on it, but just some dampness.
Why water versus special sauce? Says John Hogan.
To thin it?
Yeah.
Just because it's a cheaper mix. Water works fine, and why waste your special sauce? The medium is so great for using with other colors and such that I don't like to use it for things that water does just as well, like thinning this down and being able to clean it off like what we just did. You can definitely use it to thin it if you want to keep the consistency and you really need the resin. You know, mediums are very important for making sure as you thin paint, you don't lose the actual acrylic resin that makes it stay on the model better. Once you thin a paint down to a certain level, beyond that, it kind of doesn't stick to the model very well anymore, and you wind up having to paint more layers over it to make it protected and all that. So if you're painting in super thin layers, then using the medium is the best way to do that, because the medium has resin in it, so you're thinning the paint with clear paint. And so when you, no matter how opaque or not that the paint becomes, it still adheres to the model the same way. When you thin aggressively with water, you start to lose the adhesion that the acrylic gives you over time. So that is something to take in. But you can see as it dries, we still get a lot of the metallic showing through.
It's going to be a very versatile color.
Yeah, rust is great for stuff. I mean, just over that magnesium, your army can be done. You do Iron Warriors and it can be done. That works really well.
Iron Warriors. Is rust meant to be an effect paint? Or
no, but it can be. It's a color that, yes, as rust will give you a really good effect, but is also just a good color, right? You know, burnt sienna, burnt orange are great colors that can be used as an effect paint to make rust.
Right.
You've seen me use burnt sienna all the time. Burnt sienna with glazed wash medium is what we did on the back of Gazgul for all of the rusty bits on this. Right now, I would just use the rusty one step like we just did with it thinned way down. You know, it's the same way that the verdigris, right, the green, right, the green oxide color works great like this, but it's also just a great color. So yeah, every paint is an effect paint as well as a color.
That olive yellow, when you were going over that zenithal, turning into that like deeper olivey green, was really cool.
On this that we did?
Yeah. Just like, oh, look at that. Like, just the transition.
That's the olive yellow one step just over black and white, and it looks great.
Well, and then this was the colored part,
It's
right?
that nurgly, gross, jaundiced color that...
This right here, that's magical right there. Because it really turns the blacks into something like...
Yeah, well, it gives you a
interesting,
chromatic black, so your shade really works. That's why these paints work so well, is that they give a tremendous amount of tint strength over the bright color, so they change and alter that color to match the paint more.
Yeah,
and then the black, they just bring up enough into color so that it blends in and doesn't just look like a patchwork quilt with a black part and a colored part.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I
think you guys are going to love this set.
This set is definitely some more earthy tones, some more things that are going to be, you know, a little bit grittier, grimier colors. In the bronze yellow, olive yellow, things like that, but also the browns that you're seeing here and like the bright slate gray. November, welcome. Cyber Spy, take it easy. Hopefully that helped.
What a day. Congratulations to all the winners. You guys are going to love it. You're going to be some of the first people out there in the world to get set 2.
Set 2 old news, win set 3. Hashtag soon.
Give us a minute.
Yeah. The Billy Bob PA, yeah. What the colors we're talking about are the one-step set 2 colors. This is the bright slate gray that I've been using, along with, we've got the graphite gray and the warm brown from the original set, and then more of the bright slate gray and dark brown from set 2 that I've been using here. So a lot of really good coloring just in this model that we've been doing. But the scarlet red is what we airbrushed over this zenithal.
Nice cactus, Randy.
The Kador red on this guy. This guy was like, what is this, 2 streams?
Yeah.
Right?
You did him pretty quick, actually, yeah.
Yeah, when you're just putting models on the table quick, other than the millions of rivets and edge highlighting you got to do, this stuff comes together quick because the bulk of the armor was done with a zenithal and then a scarlet red over the top. And that's it. You're just done. Because the one step, especially through the airbrush, it just is such a clean application of paint. Right? It just makes everything super easy. So I've been doing a lot of this for armies where you apply it with the airbrush, or even like on these guys, it'll be the same. I just did it with a brush. Right? Yeah. And same thing where you can see I've started to do some edge highlighting. This shoulder just gives you a really great black armor. And all I did was ladle it on over a pre-highlight and then edge highlight it. I'll spend more time paint. Well, there's a lot of edge highlighting on these guys, so I'm not going to lie. But I spend more time painting the cloak the normal way than I would in all of the black armor probably.
Tech Badger says, "Hey Jason, I'm looking at your Pro Synthetics and don't understand what size the X10 is. Is it equivalent?
It's a 10-aught.
Is it equivalent to 000?
No, it's a 10-aught. It's a 10-0.
10-0.
That's why it's called the X10. Yep, there you go. 10-aught is basically like there might be 12 hairs on it.
It's very small.
Yeah. Yeah, there's enough on it to keep a point, but it is a dastardly little brush for like putting the shine on an iris on a model, things like that.
Little brush.
Teeny tiny. Yeah, it's one of those brushes that should last you forever because you only use it for one thing on every model, like that little last dot. What's your thinning ratio through the airbrush for what? One step?
Yeah.
1-to-1.
Maybe that's what you're asking, or
1-to-1 kind of. I'll take. Depends. So thinning through the airbrush is a big, broad question. How much opacity am I trying to retain? Because for me, thinning our colors in Pro Acryl is always a matter of what are you thinning for opacity. Because most of our colors work through the airbrush right out of the bottle. The heavy whites won't, and some of the more opaque colors like titanium white and coal black will not run as well because they're just heavier weight solids in them. So you might have to thin them a little bit. But, you know, if you're used to thinning, you're going to thin Pro Acryl of all types less as it goes through the airbrush because our paints are made to work on models right out of the bottle, right? We don't have to use the magic of Pro Acryl is that we don't use a thick medium to retain a lot of pigment. We can put a superior amount of pigment in a very lightweight medium. So you don't have to thin to make the paint work. That's the whole thing that we created. And now that's said, you can spray, like when I spray our models, I very rarely thin them.
Yeah.
Right? For base coats where I want a lot of the color. I start thinning when I want less of the color because I want it to be more translucent. So layering, filtering, things like that. And then you thin until the color is the opacity you want. And I don't know how to answer that. I would say that typically I start at 50-50. You know, so it's 50% paint, 50% medium or water or whatever you're thinning with. I tend to lately use the special sauce, the one-step medium for thinning when I airbrush. So I'll put in any of our Pro Acryl paints and then about 50% one-step medium. And then I don't even need to add water to it. And then it just sprays like a dream. But again, it's always going to matter on how opaque you want it. Right. You're late to the party on set 2. When are they generally on general sale? August 12th. What mediums are best for airbrushing thin layers with Pro Acryl? The one-step, special sauce, and the glaze wash medium are the ones that I use the most. If I'm using glaze wash medium because it's a thicker medium, I will put glaze and wash in it to thin for opacity, and then a spritz of water to keep it flowing. Because the glaze wash is thicker, so you're going to want to thin for viscosity if you do that. If you use the special sauce, then you should just use the special sauce because it's already runnier. So it keeps the paint flowing more like a water-based thinner would. That's why I've switched mainly to the special sauce for all my airbrush thinning. Shailene, I know, it's so great. Have you considered designing an airbrush to go with the Monument Hobbies ethos of tools and mini painting? Yep. I have. It's been on my list. I have some designs that I've drawn out. I just need a better mechanical engineer and a way to CNC prototypes, and then it's a totally different form of manufacturing than we do here. I've been involved in that type of mechanical manufacturing in my past life, so I know what it takes, and it's very pricey to do it at small scale. And so the problem for us is that if we were to do it, we would make our own, literally make our own. And that would be a tremendously expensive airbrush. It would be like boutique style pricing for an airbrush until it garnered enough attention to do it in volume, right? Because I couldn't just go machine 10,000 of them right out of the gates, I don't think. But we always think about it. We've got some partners that would be excited to do it. It's just getting over that hump of, oh, if you're only doing 100 of them, that's rough.
Yeah.
They're $1,000 a piece. And at that point, nobody would buy it. Why would anybody buy a $1,000 Monument airbrush? Can I make it better? Probably. Can I make it $1,000 better? That's what keeps me from doing it. The cult would show up, do it now. We're not about that. I mean, we love it, and we love the support. That's fantastic. But I mean, like using the Iwata HPCS gets me where I need to be. The Grex TGs, Harder and Steenbeck, there are great airbrushes out there already. Yeah. And so it would have to be, I have some ideas, and they would make maintenance of the machine better. But they're difficult and expensive for us to implement is the only problem as a business. Set up the machine is where the cost for CNC is machining in general. Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, it's the design and the prototyping and the machine time to get it. And then when you go to machining in bulk, machine time is what's costly, as you know. If you're familiar with CNC, the setup costs a lot to get it going, but then it's machine time because that machine time could be used to make another product that makes them more money. So good machine shops will base it on what the machine's value per minute job, well, however they do it, for what their biggest opportunity is, and then you have to pay that or greater. There are very few people out there with machines sitting still that are worth their weight. Like if there's a shop out there with machines not working, I probably don't want to work with them.
Yeah,
that's the problem. A turner, yep, beef jerky, nice, yeah. I'm a hands-on machinist. I'm a lathe and mill guy. I never got into CNC much. You mentioned a Monument store opening in Ontario before the end of the year. Not a store, a factory. Yeah, not a store in Ontario. Just distribution. Yeah. Okay, good. You asked. Yeah, it's just a distribution point for Canada. And it's a manufacturing facility. It's basically a smaller duplication of our factory here in Phoenix that will be able to make paint and ship to customers from our Canadian website. We're working on setting up the Canadian site right now. And then as soon as we have production, you'll be able to buy Pro-Acryl in Canada that's made in Canada by Canadians, and that ships from our Ontario location. But it won't have a place where you can come pick up orders and stuff. You can actually buy product from the factory in AZ. Yeah, by Star. You can go buy the Clarendon facility. You
can also hit
They don't have the signage up yet, which is a pain, but it's supposed to be done soon.
You can find this link right here.
We've been there for nearly a year and we don't have a sign. But the sign is still on the building that we're in right now. But yeah, you can go to the factory and you can see how paint's made. Yep. You can walk through and see how brushes are made, see how we make our miniatures.
See how if you look us up on Google, that's the address that you can go and grab stuff from.
Play chase and hide and go seek from the forklift. We have all sorts of fun.
We don't do that.
I mean, we'll chase you with a forklift. You have to sign a waiver, but we'll do it.
You can get away with a lot of things with a signed waiver, technically.
Justin RPK, what needs to be improved with current quality airbrushes that your design would improve? Airflow through the mixing chamber is one of the big things, and then the way that the seal of the chamber for the needle works.
Yes, you can visit Shailene.
Have you ever thought about making paint handles for holding miniatures for painting? Yep. Again, sometimes the problem is that, when I say that I won't make a product unless it's something I would use and that I could stand behind what makes it better and why we would do it. Because if there's already people making it, whether it's the Redgrass Games guys or Kit from Game Envy, whomever is doing those types of things.
There's a lot of handles out there.
Then, it'd have to be something that I feel like is a step up from their design that works better for me. And I have one that I really love. We have prototypes here. I don't use them on stream because people kept asking me when we were going to make it, and they're too expensive to make. That's the problem. They're just too expensive. Something like that I don't want to make in China. I want to make it here in the States. And making some of those things in the States is just really pricey. And again, we're a value company. We believe that what you hold in your hands from Monument Hobbies needs to feel like, hell yeah, this was worth the money. And I think we would make products that still felt that way, but they'd be on the verge. And I don't feel as good about that, so...
I second what Jen says. We do not do taste testings at the factory.
Not when she's around, but talk to me when you're here.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, we have a food bar at the place.
We put it all away before you get there on our meetings, Jen.
I don't.
The forklift fun run sounds fantastic, right?
It's like
a Spartan race.
Sounds horrible.
Except it's in a little parking lot, running away from a forklift with barbed wire. We make it real at Monument Hobbies.
We make it real.
We make it
Just
real.
dodge this forklift.
If you can dodge a forklift, you can dodge a ball.
White Moss Studio says that would be awesome. I would love to do a factory tour. Someone needs to make handles for people with hand issues. Somebody needs to make handles with hand issues. Interesting concept.
What is your hand issue? Not being able to grip tightly?
Yeah, White Moth.
I literally have found that the cork is one of the best ergonomic shapes.
It's so soft, too.
I think the cork is really nice because it sits in your hand nice, and I don't have to grip it tightly and all that kind of stuff. So that's why you see me using corks all the time. They're cheap and reusable. I mean, everything requires you to use some form of poster tack or magnet anyway, so I don't know. We have a bunch of handles around here that people have made for us that some work and some don't.
Yeah, handles are very much a preference, too.
Something longer. Yeah, it's hard to get. The small corks come long, but as you go bigger, they don't.
You can get some of those weird, wacky cork bottle covers for bigger jars I've seen out there.
They're still short.
I've seen some of the big water jugs, though, where people cut them in half, and they're super long.
You're also cheap and reusable, Wad?
Wow. Don't talk about
I saw your ad in the back of the paper.
Don't talk about our friend Wad that way.
Yeah, hey, that's the thing. Ha Ha Lee. Is it Ha Ha Lee or Ha Haley?
I've just been saying Haley because I think that's your real name.
I'm a Ha Ha Lee.
Ha ha hale. Hello. Ha 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 hey. Ho hoo.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them out there. And again, it's a subjective preference. It depends on how your hand feels when you hold it. Because ergonomics are a very personal thing sometimes. Big Bob, right? I didn't fall victim for the 900 number in the back of the ad, but I didn't think I was going to use Big Bob's credit card, but I thought he'd catch me.
Big Bob, hopefully you've been denying all those charges I've been charging you for your card.
All right, gang. I think we're done.
Haley's fine. Ha ha. Hey, Haley. I'll tell you. I'll say the real name. Whatever you want. Why I got silicone grip for my airbrush.
Yep.
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 Wow, what is it?
See, I'm kind of to me it doesn't really matter so long as it has something that sits in my hand, okay? But remember, painting at a standing desk changes the ergonomics of painting tremendously. And I've been at a standing desk for coming up on 9 years. And I can't really paint sitting down anymore because of how the ergonomics are so different. Because for me, my forearm rests at relaxed state across the desk.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you see my arm here, it's literally because my shoulder hanging from, or my arm hanging from my shoulder to the table is exactly where it would hang anyway. So there's no muscle use to have my hand laying here. And so now you just have to set a model in my hand, and I don't have to do any work except wrap my thumb around to make sure I get it a clamp so it doesn't fall out. Right. My biggest problem is when I squeeze my pinky tight like this, and for a long time holding the model on the same point, because then this muscle starts to cramp. So I just have to remember to relax these fingers. But this literally just sits here.
Yeah.
I could literally just slot it into my hand like that, where the base kind of goes in between my two fingers to hold it, and then the thumb just locks underneath it. And it's literally just take it in and out. I don't have to flex my hand to hold it there. And I'm painting like this the whole time. You might see me raise my finger up on smaller models to prop it up, but because I'm at a standing position, this is the angle that my vision wants to be at, and my arm just sits here with the model hanging into it. So one thing I always try to get people to look at is try thinking if you could paint at a standing desk. As soon as you sit, you now pull your whole body and hunching over and bringing the model to your face and all of that, and now you've got musculature in your arm that's having to work, and that makes the ergonomics work totally different than for me. Because here, worst case scenario is I have to twist the model around to get a different vision every now and then I go right back to lazy. And so handling it here at lazy mode is where I'm at most of the time. And this doesn't have any kind of need for ergonomics other than that I can hold on to the thing. I just need the base to be thicker so my hand can grip it rather than just this or grabbing the model. So I would recommend looking at painting at a standing desk if you can do it. I know that not everybody can stand for long periods of time. You don't want to lock your knees. I have a standing pad that lets my hips go to different positions, and I'm always kind of doing this if you're paying attention because I'm moving around on that. but it works a champ for changing the ergonomics of your upper body while you're painting, and makes things like handshake and all of that from the people I've talked to just kind of go away because you're able to relax while painting. As long as you're not gripping the brush real tight. I still know a lot of people grip their brush like a pencil and get fatigue in their hand, and their hand shakes because they're holding the brush too tight because they're worried about the detail, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to stop doing that too. But
White Moth was asking like a grip for arthritis and neuropathy kind of students. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Warmachine, the Lord of the Hunt. And thank you for those little donuts you sent over.
how far can you back
White
out,
Moth.
Chris? Can you zoom out from where we're at here?
Let's see, actually. 1 second. That's as far as I can go.
So here's my elbow, right? Boom. So when my elbow hits the table, that's exactly where my elbow would sit, just hanging at my side. The table height is where my elbow height is if I just drape my arms down to my sides. So I think it's 48 inches, 49 inches for me. So when I lift my arm at a right angle, it's literally right where the table is. So I just lay it here and I'm at complete lazy, no action here at all. It's just I can just go into lazy dead mode with my arm, and my arm can be dead, and put the model on it. And then you just, like I said, you just close your fingers. And then I'm just standing, right?
Yeah.
So as long as you can have a setup like that, it makes your model holding arm, it really is just almost like an inanimate object until you need to turn the model around. And that's been a life changer for me because my shoulders and neck were the part that kept me from enjoying painting, because we tend to roll our shoulders forward and hunch forward and bring the model to our face. And we've got this whole thing going on where our whole upper body is tensing to bring this model to where you can paint. So the muscles in from your middle back to your neck are bringing your shoulders forward. And now that all has the ability to fatigue over time and cause your neck to cramp and all that. And now when I'm standing, you know, I can go and roll my shoulders back as I'm standing, still lay my arm flat, and now I don't have any of that. So everybody's body is different, but from a standing posture position, I think it's the best way to paint. Sitting is just a bad thing, especially if you're going to paint for like 8 hours. Now, standing can be just as bad because, like I said, you can lock your knee and pass out. You know,
yeah,
it's like guys standing at like, you know, parade attention or whatever it is and passing out, you know, because of
bend those knees.
Yeah,
blood flow.
So you got to bend and keep your circulation going, but you might, you know, always good to take a break and go get the blood pumping again. Anyway, standing for a long period kills your back more than sitting does, Vipus. Yeah. I lean on the table too, right? So I will go back and do like I'm doing now, where I just lean forward on the table, and that works great.
Awesome.
Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out, watching some paint dry. We got some good stuff done
Fun
today.
time. Yeah.
Got some flesh done today. Did the kind of fleshy tones along with the body flesh here. Did the fleshy tones on the feet and the nose, the muzzle, and eyes and ears, which really was easy and looks great. And on all the wolves, starts giving them more life. And this model's really coming together. Chris thinks it's almost done. I see millions of skulls. So
this is done.
Oh, it's done.
This is
great.
Almost done. I would say
Almost
90% done.
90% is done because the rest
so.
of it was meant to be just that color.
Yeah, I don't know what Chris is looking at.
Yeah, I don't either. There's a lot of not done here. But.
Yeah, there's a lot of not done. There's a lot of doesn't have paint
When
yet.
are you done? You know? Thank you, everybody.
Everybody, thanks for hanging out.
What a fun day.
King Hammer, did you win? You always win because you're my friend. So thanks for hanging out with us. He's always waiting for people to buy the BS, but I mean, he is. He does. Because
hey, Kyle.
Is, so there you go. But
Ba-boom.
But thank you so much, everybody. It really means the world that you choose to spend all of your precious time hanging out with us. Remember, we do this Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monument Standard Time here in Phoenix, Arizona. We'd love to see you back, so hit the follow or the sub button on whatever platform you're watching. Holy hell, we do it on Twitch.
We do it everywhere.
Kick, YouTube,
Tic
Facebook,
Tacs.
and TikTok. So thank you, everybody. The TikTok community is blowing me away. The amount of people that have been joining us on TikTok is amazing. So I'm glad to see that community is up for live and watching paint dry with us. It's been a lot of fun. Remember, it is the year of the giveaway. We gave away 3 of the one-step set 2. The next 12 colors that are coming out, those colors will be live at Gen Con next weekend. I won't be there. Chris won't be there. Gabe will be there.
Yeah.
So we'll be
Absolutely,
streaming
Cactus
as
Randy.
normal next week, so you'll be able to tune in here. Heck, during Gen Con, we might do another giveaways for some One Step You Never Know.
Yeah.
And then they'll be live on the website August 12th. Just a couple of weeks after Gen Con, they'll go live, so you won't have the wait that you did after Adepticon, and you'll be able to get them on not only the Monument Hobbies store here, but from our friendly local game stores across the United States, and then very shortly after in our EU shop.
There you go.
Just hold tight. We got you covered. And then step 3 before the end of the year. So we got a lot of really great stuff happening. Thank you so much for the support that allows us to do what we love. Make sure to check out monumenthobbies.com and monumenthobbies.eu for all your hobby needs. Join in with the painting as we do this again tomorrow. It'll be Jen and I here on the stream having a good time. So we'd love to see you back. But stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid, some other good hobby stuff to take you on into your Thursday evening. So show some love in the chat we wind up in, and we'll catch you on the flip side, gang. Adios.
Adios.